You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Hey yo!
Yo, this is episode number 20.
20.
And this is your girl Draya Ivy again, representing the Music Media Lounge, Ivy Talks Ep podcast, and also at iLive UK, multiple partnerships where I are doing our thing international. And we are here. What's good, Jay Nice?
What's good?
What's good? How's everyone doing?
I'm maintaining everything's great, man. Fabulous fucking week.
Fabulous week. There's a lot of news to discuss in the music world. And in life, I guess, in general, right? Politics as well.
Nah, I'm good.
We'll get into... maybe we can touch on a little bit of the politics. Why not?
I'll leave the white devilry to
the music news is already enticing. Let's talk about... Come on, Jay. We got a real interesting topic. We have a reoccurring theme. Wait. So, how's everyone really doing? Everyone's just going to stay nice? Like, I like to get more out of you guys, but, you know...
Shout out to my ITGs.
Any shout outs, any gratitude, any, you know what I'm saying? Anything special to say?
Life is amazing, y'all. We up in March. I'd like to say this. This is March 10th. We do this live every Tuesday. So when this gets posted up, people know that we talking everything that's relevant and going on for those who see it, those who catch it. There's a lot of big things in hip-hop that happen, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P., S.I.P., the Biggie Smalls, Notorious Big, 23 years later right there. That happened yesterday, you know what I'm saying?
Right. March 9th.
Yeah.
March 9th.
Shout out to Cannabis with the illest verse ever, right?
What?
The greatest verse.
No. Cannabis, not you, buddy.
Nah, that's the hottest verse ever. Come on, Jay. Let's give you some quotables.
Yeah, definitely. You're speaking out of character completely.
Let's
see what else, y'all. Out today.
Yeah.
30 years of house party, my G.
Hold on.
Okay.
What's up in history? I'm going to bring something up.
Yeah. That verse is the reason that everybody does remember that Biggie died on March 9th, though, right?
Yeah, because of cannabis.
For sure.
It's true.
Right,
Yeah. That reference.
Like, when you heard that shit, second round KO, you heard that shit like, oh shit.
But also the closeness.
And the first verse, dog. I'm gonna let the world know the truth. You don't.
But outside of a verse, like I think also the closeness of when Tupac died in September, and then he died like 6 months later. I think kind of like I think some people do associate it to it.
That verse that verse definitely does make it relevant.
I mean, okay, it makes it relevant. How do we feel about Biggie Smalls? Let's say some words. Since we brought him up. Is he as great as everyone regards him to be?
I won't say he's the greatest, but he's definitely notorious.
He's definitely notorious.
I would use that over great.
Yeah,
definitely legendary.
But I feel
in the building with
those circumstances played a big part. Is he in my top 5 in New York? Nah.
What?
Wow.
This is interesting.
Oh, wow.
This is interesting.
Okay.
I gotta hit a topic.
Whoa. To my Ivy Talk listeners, this is the same dude who don't like pop.
Yes.
Let's get this straight though.
Yes. So
I do fuck. I'm saying that. No, I do fuck with Big. I fuck with Big, but I feel like he didn't have enough body of music for me to be like, damn. I'm putting impact. Yeah, but he didn't have more of an impact to me than Jay had on me growing up.
But
Nas had, yeah, but that's I'm talking about my top 5 rappers, so New York rappers. Period.
Top 5.
He doesn't make my top 5.
By catalog, I get that.
No, by catalog and quantity. I'm saying like even.
He said top 5 out of the
but me being from Queens, I regard LL on a level. Like on a serious level, and like I don't even regard. Just music that he put out, impact.
LL salutes to LL and shout out to LL. I used to be obsessed with him, so a little bit. But no, anyways,
but like
he's still a legend. You gotta respect that.
Yeah.
Having shows, all this music, still performing, still. What is he? Isn't he owning like TV shows or trying?
He's on NCIS. Yeah.
Some shit. Oh, he's working with T.I.
No.
He's working with
no,
somebody.
NCIS is his shit.
Okay.
SVU is Ice-T shit. Ice-T been on that shit for 20 years now or something.
Yeah. He got renewed for 3 more seasons.
Salute to
Ice-T getting the bag for that.
Nah, yeah. Yo, the best shit ever, though, is Mike Epps when he was clowning Ice-T on that stand-up special. Ice-T ain't got no lines in the show, son. He got the craziest lines, but that shit, tune into that shit on Netflix, man. Like that.
Wait a minute, which special? Hold on, which special? Let the listeners know.
It's the Mike Epps one. It's the last one he did. Like, you know.
All right.
Nice.
I want straight from the fact.
All right.
Top 5 in New York.
Yo,
Biggie is not in there.
Nah.
How do we do that?
All right, so
He's not.
let's go around the table and let's top 5.
I don't know if we gotta go wrong.
All right, my top.
Why not?
All right, my top 5 New York rappers.
Okay, let's go.
All right, Jay, Nas, 50.
50.
Yeah, 50 is up there.
Yeah.
Method Man.
What?
Method Man. Yo, to the first of all, DMX. DMX is my number. DMX is my number 1, actually. Like DMX is number 1.
All right, dog. We gotta go into this, nigga. This is serious.
All right, but
this is critical. This is critical.
Yo, that Method Man and Redman album, that first album, that shaped my childhood back in the
So
day.
you talking about an album that was split by dudes who ain't really in a group?
Nah, I fuck with Method Man.
Okay, rewind.
No, but he's not my New York. He is my number 5, but he is a nigga that I regard his body of work more than I regard Biggs.
As an MC.
Yeah, I fuck with.
Okay, rewind.
All right, but my top 5, if you want to do it like that, just straight top 5. Number 1. All right, number one, DMX. 2, J. 3, Nas. 4, 50. 5, Busta.
Okay, fine.
And I regard all of them higher than I regard Big.
And Memphis Tacalian is a
No,
man?
Meth is just a dude that I regard his body of work more than I regard Biggs, but he ain't in my top 5.
I'm sorry, Fabulous isn't in there? That's tough.
Nah, hold on, son.
Fab is up there, but the reason Fab not on that list is because of the fact that Fab's mixtapes are
let me help you out with
flawless.
this.
Hold on, but what do we say?
Let's get a little history about Fab so the people know. Fabulous, dog. You're saying 20 years of doing it solo on your own, right? Being a Desert Storm feature from DJ Clue.
Bars.
He does bars consistently. Bars, swag.
Bars.
He came with something to the game too. He came with the fashion to the game. Yeah. He's standing on his own 2 feet the whole way through.
Do I regard him higher than DMX? Do I regard him higher than DMX? No. Higher than Jay? No. Higher than Nas? No. Higher than 50? 50's impact on the game is undeniable.
But in terms of lyricism, I would say
Get Rich or Die Trying is in my top. Get Rich or Die Trying is in my top 10 of albums of all time. It is an album I regard as flawless. It is a flawless album.
No, okay, me personally, when it comes
do I believe Fab ever had a flawless album?
All right,
no.
Pardon.
Buster's When Disaster Strikes, flawless album.
No, okay. But it's
DMX went.
Buster got a couple. So
all right, but I'm just going. DMX is dark and.
All right, pause. Are we talking impact, sales, and who they are and what they did for the city?
No, I am talking about songs? No, I am talking about I regard them higher than I regard Big. And then I'm just saying, even though I count Big as having 1 album. You understand? Okay. 2 if you put that. But what I'm saying is
this one.
What I'm saying is
2 different albums.
Yeah, what I'm saying is even though they was dope, each of those artists I named has an album or 2 that's better than those albums that Big put out.
Okay.
All right, let's go around the table. Let's stop debating. Let's stop dissecting.
Life After Death was a classic, but Jay had albums that was Black Album. Come on,
the Blueprint.
The Blueprint one, Blueprint two.
Okay. Records with a lot of help. That's a lot of assistance on the records.
So let's go around the table.
That's a lot of assistance on.
Let's go around the table. Your top 5 without disputing.
Most popular.
Afterwards. Top 5, Lex.
From New York MCs.
New York MCs.
As a body of work with music.
Yes.
Music alone.
Yes.
New York MCs. Just we said music or
Impact.
All around. If you want to, you going all around or just music? If you going all around music, Big ain't in my top 5. You go all Impact as well. Big still ain't in my top 5.
I'm sorry.
Still.
Miss Wallace, I'm sorry. He doesn't mean it. Loretta, he don't mean it.
Because you want to know.
Wallace, I apologize.
Because
he don't mean it.
I regard. Even though I didn't fuck with Pac, I take Pac's impact on what he did and who he was as a person exponentially elevates who he was. You understand?
I gotta chime in.
Big was not that.
No one can't weigh in on Pac, G, because Pac, if you take the catalog from 91 to 96, dog, you take him out the dog, he gave you 5 to 7 albums in that time period, and being incarcerated, dog. So it's like you can't.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, even niggas today can't compete with.
But I'm not even talking about body of work. I'm talking about somebody whose impact after they died was so crazy just because of who he was and who he still is. Big didn't have that. I wasn't watching no Big interviews going, damn, dog.
There wasn't that many to search.
Okay, all right, let me speak on this. Let me speak on this. Please let me speak on this. Please let me speak on this because I'm very
on you video?
Yo, pause.
Okay.
No,
No, that was Big Legs at the crush.
I'm telling you, as somebody in the room who knows a lot about Tupac, you need to understand, Tupac was a completely different type of artist. You're talking about somebody who went to art school. You're talking about somebody who has a vocabulary that is way beyond and didn't grow up in the same exact way as Biggie.
All right, but this is gonna.
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. You can't compare them as artists.
Yeah, but this is gonna.
You can't compare them as artists.
But this is gonna stray away from the New York conversation we had. When you talk about Tupac,
that's what I was about to say.
Tupac could go.
Tupac's face is known around the world. Tupac's face is known around the world.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to. I don't want to make this a Tupac conversation because it's too convoluted. If we talking strictly Big, who's in your New York top 5 then?
Me?
New York, anybody?
All right, me. All right, top 5. Big.
Not a rapper.
Big.
Tupac is not really.
No, your New York top 5.
Tupac got your mind.
New York top 5.
Jada Pinkett. Okay.
All right.
Facts.
All right, so Fabulous.
All right.
All right. Let me see. Fabulous.
All that talking, you only got Fab.
Cameron. Jim Jones.
You just named a Harlem right now.
Okay, all right, let me take away Jim Jones. I'll fuck with Jim Jones though. All right, Fabulous.
Loaded Lux. Yo, but
let me finish.
Murder Mook. No, but you.
Fabulous. Quit. Okay.
Fabulous. Quit.
Fabulous.
All right.
Cameron.
Jay-Z. Why? Give me some reasons why you sticking with these.
Because Fabulous because of his lyricism, his extent in the game, and his ability to stay relevant.
Okay.
In a very unconventional way. Cameron has also done the same. He stayed very relevant. Still, young kids know who Cameron is, and he's an ill lyricist. And he's dropped a lot of material.
Dipset shaped New York be at one time.
Dipset shaped
Don't give her. This is her. This is her test.
Cameron was up there. Cameron was like 6 or 7 for me, so I give him credit.
I think.
All right, Jay-Z, that's 3. Jay-Z, that's 3.
Jay-Z, I don't even think I have to touch too much on that. I mean, if we want to talk body of work, impact in the game, diversity, and what he's done. I mean, he's a pioneer of hip hop.
All right, 2 more.
He's up there with Russell Simmons.
All right, 2 more. Nas.
Lyricist.
1 more.
Storytelling.
1 more.
New
York. 1 more New York nigga.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Angie Martinez.
Rakim?
Yeah.
All right. Big was not in that top 5. That's all I want to say. I was rushing through that list. Cause I was like, Big ain't gonna be in that top 5.
Oh, that was crazy.
That's all. All right, top 5. Who going next?
Jay, I like that though. Is that gonna go on the best up?
No, that was
Best of season 1?
You understand me? That was amazing.
Yo,
Yo,
I can't stand y'all for
yo, but all right, your top 5 then.
Go ahead, Jay.
I didn't want to give my secret away, but I didn't think I could go through 15. I didn't think I could go through 15 names and Big not come up, so I had to just go.
Welcome back, bro.
I had to go.
That was perfect.
I had to go where I knew it was gonna run. I knew he was gonna be in that top 5.
No, he's not.
New York got too many people to be acting like Big is where he's at, bro. I respect him. I respect him for who he is.
People move me. I don't care about your impact and media.
No, but I'm just saying I respect Big. I respect Big for who he is, but I don't. There's so many other New York artists that I regard over him. So many.
Your point stands right now.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if he could have lived out,
Maybe if he did more, but nah.
Maybe
Like,
if he could have done more.
he's somebody that had to do something
R.I.P.
musically because
Sam.
otherwise he wasn't doing much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other people have that. He wasn't no Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't no Pac.
Nah,
Okay, like, I gotta chime in.
we still need Jay top 5. though.
Jay can do that, but
right,
Lex gotta go speak on behalf of the Wallace family. Okay? Hold up.
Yeah, go ahead.
We know Woo is for the kids, but real talk, Biggie Smalls.
Right.
Biggie Smalls is impactful to New York.
Of
Biggie
course.
Of
Smalls.
course he is.
Biggie Smalls.
I'm not discounting that.
Biggie Smalls, not Bad Boy. Biggie Smalls
What's saying?
brought New York City back, fam.
Of course.
The West Coast was riding on that shit like a fucking hoe at a house party.
Okay.
Okay.
West Coast was riding on it. New York came back on Biggie Smalls' back. On top of what Biggie Smalls did for New York by himself as an MC, he brought us Lil' Kim. He brought us Junior Mafia.
Right. Okay.
His association gave us the outlet to get Camerons and Charlie Baltimore's on.
Matter of fact, all them rappers had to get these. Jay-Z was
Those
doing
Okay.
You remember when Jay-Z used to rap like?
I mean,
Yeah. Double time.
Yeah.
Jay came through and slowed it down and put swag on that.
All right, y'all go to the 2 tracks and go see who did what. Brooklyn's Finest and I Love the Dope.
Right.
Y'all go vote.
Right.
Y'all go vote. See what there.
I want to hear both of those right now.
But
All right, your top 5. Your top 5.
Biggs is big, yo. Big's records is popping all the way through, dog. That's a consistent 3 albums, dog. Ready to Die, Life After Death, between.
Hey, that was just.
We're discussing these personal favorites and personal.
It's not personal favorites. We talking
You want to talk impact? Then yes.
My top 5.
We talking contribution
have to
songs
be
as
top
a
5,
whole.
yes.
If you gonna say, all right,
now,
dog,
yes.
go add up the songs between Ready to Die and Life After Death. Let me work with these songs. Let me work with a couple little features and remix. Let's say Biggie got what, 40 songs, 45 songs?
Right.
You go get me a nigga to go get 45 songs and put them on the hit. Line for nah, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Biggie Smalls, nigga.
Biggie on
That's it, son. That's it.
I didn't even realize the shirt.
It's not even that, G. It's not even that. It's not saying the nigga's number 1, but for him not to be considered a top 5 in his own area, his own city, New York, the state. Nah, y'all niggas bugging.
Bugging out.
Hey.
All right.
Hey.
Let's come to a conclusion with this topic.
Like niggas say, When niggas be like, not my president. He ain't in my top 5, B.
Alright, say your top 5 so we can move on, because everyone's getting heated in here.
Ain't too many can beg with us.
Come on, ain't hit the double time.
No angel dust.
I'm not gonna front little Kim really should
Niggas that love the bus is strange to us. Niggas is scrambling.
Nigga, you're still not saying what are you
He's saying it. He's saying it.
Alright, top 5.
It was all a dream.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
Salt and pepper heavy D up in the limousine.
Man.
Come on.
Alright, top 5.
Shields on the bitch.
Okay.
I got those shields on my dick. It stopped me from getting that HIV. Come on, dog.
Biggie?
Come on, dog.
Yo,
Yeah.
Come on.
top 5.
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
Come on, Jay, top 5 so we can
You know,
so we can
one
move
more
on.
chance is still relevant right now.
Yeah.
One more chance is still a relevant record.
Juicy still relevant right now.
Juicy is still relevant.
Nigga.
No, this is
Okay,
the
stop.
case over here.
Hold on. It goes deeper, nigga. All about the Benjamins,
All
dog.
about the
It's
Benjamins.
still not.
That shit has to
Look.
stop and get
So
the whole different
basically-
beat, nigga, so the nigga can
Alright,
come
so
in.
Ivy Talks listeners, listen. Basically, Jay's top 5 is Biggie,
Dollar.
and Biggie.
Nah,
So that's the top 5.
Alright, top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Alright,
Top 5.
Come on, let's go. We've been asking you
You
for
gotta
come
go.
on.
I gotta go. I'm gonna go Biggie.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Nas.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Jay.
Yes.
I'm gonna go Fab.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm gonna probably go
Jada.
Kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
DMX
Okay.
ain't in your top 5? Oh.
I'll take out 5. I'll put X.
Yeah, but
I'll put X. I'll take out 5.
Yeah.
I was about to say, DMX got to be in every New York.
Hold on.
I gotta sit on the bench.
I
I gotta take X over 5.
As much as I...
I didn't even go front.
That's not crazy.
Damn, alright.
X is a movement, nigga. Fab is cool.
Yeah, top 5.
X is a movement, nigga.
X-
I'm missing the fabulous show, my nigga. I'm missing the fabulous show.
You're right.
I stopped, dropped, and opened up shop for X, nigga.
Fab, you gotta get a 6-man on it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Alright, so let's move on since we're still kind of on the topic of older music. How do y'all feel about what's his name, Flavor Flav getting kicked out of
Isn't this like the 5th or 8th
Public
time?
Enemy?
Nigga? Like, that's
Public Enemy?
Yeah, but
There was apparently a court
You
order.
kick Flavor out of Public Enemies?
it's only 3 people in
It's
the...
like, but I'm Flavor Flav, nigga. I'm nigga the clock.
Yeah,
Can
like,
you
Yeah.
kick me out?
right.
Flavor Flav is arguably the most popular member.
Exactly.
Because
That's
he
what I'm
is
saying. I'm
he
nigga
is
the
pop
clock, son.
he is
Like,
pop culture relevant.
Right.
The other two are not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Like, that's what I'm saying.
So who's the best hype man in hip hop?
Flavor Flav.
I would say-
Nah, not the
Yeah,
best.
Split Stars.
Split Stars, Split Stars, Split Stars, son.
Let's not go hard.
Come on now, A-Rap buddy. He was acting
Split
different.
Definitely Split.
No, but you know what's crazy though?
Huh.
Split be spitting, nigga.
Yeah, he can
And
spit.
each time
Remember
Split
that
spit,
remix? What remix was that?
each time, make it clap.
Yeah, there you go.
Each time Split spit,
He killed that shit.
he out there everybody, dog.
Yeah, he did.
So nah, but let's look at the hype man in hip hop. Who's the better hype man? Or who's the
That
better?
was nice too.
Yeah, that was nice.
Right.
Who's the better addition for secondary dude that a guy had to come in with? You know, I think it was real good. He gets slept on though by bringing it back to Biggie. Little C's, nigga.
C's was there.
He was there.
C's got bars,
Yeah,
nigga.
yes, he does.
He got flow, dog. He got shit that was
Yo, that
happening
poor
before his
Kim.
time.
Kim
He
was
did.
nice. Even Kim
But
was nice.
would you count Mace in that
You
in
go
that
to
regard
Get
though?
Money and see how C shit on that. Come on, that little that
Kim
album,
nah, but
the
Kim
album
Kim
that's
was-
the wonderful world like Little Caesar some shit. Beautiful nigga. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Kim was
But
amazing.
would you count Mace in that regard though? As that
hype man?
as that secondary nigga, he
So
was
what,
that.
did he?
Puff?
Yeah, to Puff.
But who dropped now? Because like really, Harlem World came
at
out
one
before
point-
No Way Out.
At one point, no, I don't think it did.
Harlem World came
No,
out.
no,
Come
no.
on,
Harlem World came out before Puff. Yeah.
Harlem, No Way Out came out first.
You sure?
No, Harlem World came out way
Harlem
before.
World I think came out
No
before.
Way Out came out when
After.
Diddy died. When Diddy died.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Harlem World was been out. Yeah.
Okay.
Harlem World is
I mean,
old.
do I
Horse and
think-
Carriage.
All right, do I think he was secondary? I think they kind of like
Was
highlighted
Mace
each other.
secondary?
To
Puff.
Puff at that time.
No, I don't
Would you
think-
I
count
think they
him?
were kind of like
No, I just want to know. I don't think he's a hype man. I just want to know how y'all feel about it.
I feel like they were a team.
I look
You
at
gotta put Puff in the hype man.
technically Puff is the world's greatest hype
He
man.
might be the world's greatest hype man.
You think?
Absolutely.
I really don't think
Come on, son.
Absolutely.
The way he was twirling on the.
Go ahead. No,
Everybody's hype man.
No, he wasn't, because the reason why I don't consider him a hype man, because he had his own agenda to become him as an artist. He's not a support system.
Yeah, but
he was the brain, but he was the hype man on stage.
But the way he was twirling in the background, dancing all in the video.
That's why Suge Knight said that he don't want you to produce
dancing
I
up.
get that, but it's a different component of saying I'm coming out to the stage.
But
every
I
day
would say,
like at one point, nigga, like Bleak was out there with Jay every time, son.
Yeah. I mean, Bleak was
He
amazing.
was up there with hype man.
but I feel like Diddy was the world's greatest hype man. That's just how I feel. I feel like he was on stage behind any perform.
Take that.
He was on stage behind any performing artist, and he had you hype. That he had you feeling.
Yes, I won't stop.
Y'all ain't gonna give Tony Ayo no credit.
Yo, Tony Ayo. What was Tony Ayo doing, man?
Yeah,
No, Murphy Lee was
I fuck with Murph though.
No, I fuck with Murphy Lee.
Whole St. Lunatics was some good hype.
Yeah.
I want to be real. Jim Jones was on Cameron's hype man.
Nah, but he was never hyped. Yeah, no, but he did.
He's the better portion of it.
He did play that muscle role well though.
Yeah.
He did bring that.
That muscle.
He brought that New York swag because
Remember when Jimmy was coming down there first? Causing ruckus. What party was that, son? I think we was in Mansion or something like that.
Nah, Jimmy was on the deep, nigga. Shout out to
It was
Jim
a fight in the club, son. It was a fight in the club. It was on some Jimmy shit. Son.
That was like
I know it was
Sony Live.
Was it Sony?
Sony Live. Was it
I
time
don't
when it
remember
was DJ and shit?
I don't remember exactly, but I definitely remember Jimmy in the club and his ruckus.
Yeah, that nigga was shooting
It was
way
definitely
back then,
baller
though,
time.
nigga.
It was definitely baller
Nah, but
time.
before that though, nigga.
Yeah.
That nigga was really like, you know.
So, anyways, concluding on that topic.
Honestly, what about Vinny from 90 by Nature? Vin Rock. Does that count?
He's a DJ though.
No.
No, man.
He's
The other
the
artist. He's the other.
I get that.
He took a picture of him.
Shout out 25 years, Property Paradise.
Yo, y'all watching them?
So let's talk about some of these movies. What were you gonna say?
Y'all watching what's the show with Tretch and Pepper right now?
Nah.
Hip Hop Kids?
Nah,
definitely not.
Oh, you were saying it was interesting.
Romeo jumped off and Master B jumped off.
Yeah, but they still want it. That's all publicity.
Yo, I guess is it fair to say, or safe to say that Romeo really beat that whole Bow Wow shit?
What do you mean?
Like Romeo really.
He won that battle.
Yeah, he won that shit. Remember how they tried to pair them niggas up with his kids and Bow Wow tried to sell the nigga?
Yeah.
I think
Bow Wow stopped growing and Romeo just shot up into a man
And Bow Wow just
and Bow Wow just been slumping and fucking up on Romeo was just like
Romeo's about his daddy.
But Romeo, it took a while, but I feel like from women's standpoint though, a lot of girls be talking about Romeo like he a cornball, but there's still there's mad bitches that love Bow Wow for some reason. Ever since Romeo hit them Tyler Perry movies, he been acting different though. Ever since he took his shirt off in them Tyler Perry movies, which is all of a sudden.
All of us just went to the same thing. Like when we heard Tyler Perry, like, oh Lord,
hey.
Oh.
Yo, did you hear that recently?
That was Tyler Perry movie.
Yo, no, speaking of Tyler Perry, there was I was reading a couple days ago that apparently one of his nephews got found hung in his jail cell, and then they're basically saying that there's suspicion the family wants to look into it.
Yeah, I spoke on that last time.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These
but
extortion probably he got pressed or probably like
I don't think so.
Associated with money.
Yeah, by the bed sheets. I mean, nobody's looking.
If Epstein ain't do it, he ain't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
what's with these jail cells where they act like niggas is? Oh, you
like,
know how hard it is?
Nigga,
you know how
alright, dog. I know some people have been to jail, nigga. I'm gonna leave it like that, nigga. They don't even give you sheets half the time. Nigga. I'm just saying, nigga. They let you freeze in that bitch, okay?
Nah, but
I'm keeping that shit thorough.
nah,
nigga.
just to
You don't
keep.
get shit in there.
Nah, but just to keep it a buck. If you were to give
Holy
me,
shit.
if you were to give me a blanket right now,
You gotta cry for
could
some
you
toes,
hang
nigga.
yourself in here?
Because no.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
tall, you're too tall. You can't.
But that's what I'm
Sheets ain't
saying.
that long and
It's
just
not-
And
like
then
red.
also, how many sheets are you getting?
Nah, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh, we
It's
getting fucked up
it's
by
too
saying
hard.
this little-
It's too hard to hang yourself in a regular situation like right here.
Nah, you can hang, you know. Alright, dog, you know you gotta do to hang yourself in the cell? So I read. you got to tie your neck around, nigga.
Allegedly.
Hopefully, if your fucking bunkmate nigga is turning his head away, but I don't know why, because the light's beyond in that bitch, so I read. So you tie yourself up, dog, around the neck, nigga, then you got to get on your knees, like you got to pray Allah, dog. You come to Alice and lean forward, nigga, for
That's
5 minutes till you fucking.
That
Yeah,
shit.
nigga, ain't
That's
nobody
what I'm
doing that
saying.
shit.
No, so,
Not one.
We're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave
Get
that
it in
as
the yard, nigga,
inconclusive.
just be done.
We'll leave that as inconclusive. Let's talk about Megan Thee Stallion and everything she's got going on. What are we thinking?
Jay,
She's coming for.
I
you
think-
hear what I think it is?
Segway.
Segway!
That's exactly right.
I think she's
We got a lot to
tripping.
talk about.
I think she's
We
tripping.
got a lot to talk
She
about.
bugging,
Well,
nigga. She should be humble and happy.
Let's give the listeners a little bit of background.
So why y'all say she tripping? Yeah.
Well, let's give the listeners a little bit of background before we get into the topic, so that people are privy to what's going on. Basically, Meg Thee Stallion came out speaking in public through her social media, stating that the deal that she made with 1501, specifically with Qual Crawford, was offered to her at a very young age, at the age of 20 years old, in which she now feels
That ain't young, nigga.
Well,
That's
I'm
grown, nigga.
only
You got
going
bills
by
and bad
words.
credit at
Yeah,
20.
she was like, "Oh, I was mad young. I was 20."
You got bills and bad credit at 20.
Okay,
dog.
so
Like,
I'm merely the messenger, and basically she has a 60-40 split. In her 40 split, she has to take care of her engineers, her studio time, and apparently they have, like it's like madness. So she's coming out crying, and then she's saying that they're not letting her release her music. She then she then went to court, got a temporary restraining order against them, and now she's able to release her project. That is apparently going to be her first album.
who you want to go
Or a
first?
collection of music.
Who you want to go first on this?
Let's go, Lex.
Yo, straight up, like, fuck that shit. That shit corny, nigga. You too old. You know better. And then wasn't she the one advocating like she's like the
It's
smart?
a contract.
Hold on. Wasn't she the one advocating like she's a smart chick and college
Yeah.
bound and all that shit?
Yeah.
nigga?
Right.
So if you so fucking college bound, nigga, why did you sign some open dope deal, nigga? 60-40 sounds good.
Right.
On top of it, you Megan Thee Stallion, nigga, how much you get in the show, dog?
Exactly.
Number two, dog, them shits are selling, so 60-40 ain't fucking bad, nigga, to come into something where niggas already invested into you and got you going and popping, nigga. Now you popping more than you thought you would be popping,
Right.
and you want more, nigga. Go renegotiate. But number two, if you saying out my 40%,
And
I gotta go pay engineers
Roc
and
Nation.
producers, nigga. I'm making a stallion, nigga. You don't think I can get up on the gram
She
or
got
Facebook or
Roc
Twitter?
Nation.
No, it's not even that, nigga. You
Yeah.
don't think I can go get people to just want to work with me, nigga, because who I am and
Of course.
and do that shit on the house, nigga?
Of
No,
course.
nigga.
All right, Jay.
Stop
what's
being
up?
greedy, my nigga.
Could it be a rollout? Could it be a rollout to get people?
I don't check for music like that. I check for it in the
You
club.
know,
dog. I
like,
like
could it be a
because chicks
slight
like
way
it,
of a
but-
rollout? Like, oh
Nah.
my God, all
I don't-
this is happening.
I don't
Pay
think-
attention to me.
I don't think so. Just
Okay.
from the way Jay Prince responded.
Yeah.
Jay Prince responded on some aggressive shit.
See, I mean, if y'all get technical, like when you say the Jay Prince thing and then the Jay Z thing, that's like a whole other thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like a big boss thing.
I think
from
niggas
a
just
long
trying to
time
put that
ago.
so they can
Yeah.
talk
You
about
feel
it.
me? Yeah.
Right.
So like Megan is just really like a casualty.
Well,
in
war.
them
a
too,
man's
yeah.
war, like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because, you know, you do the research, you know how the Jay
You know,
Yeah.
you know how they
Go
roll.
back,
We
you
know
know
how
what I'm
they
saying?
roll.
So it's like this is definitely like a big man's war right here. She just happened to be in the middle of it. But as far as her contract, I mean, from New Edition times, we seen that contracts was fucked up and niggas should be reading their contracts before you
You
Yeah.
should definitely read
You know what I'm
anything.
saying?
I agree, Jay. Nigga, we too
Absolutely.
late in
Like,
20 something,
yeah.
2000 something, nigga.
Yeah,
Not
like,
to know,
you-
like
exactly.
that
Like,
shit's
what
been
you talking
circulating
about?
for years,
Right.
nigga. About get your paperwork right.
Right,
dog.
like
Exactly.
I've been saying this literally like for years, right? So like by the time you sign your contract, you should know I need to
Like
read
I
it.
said, nigga.
Don't get me wrong. I understand the excitement at the moment and the fact that you about to sign something and you go from you have nothing and you want to get something. You know what I'm saying? So your initial thought is going to be,
of course, let me get this check.
Yeah, you gotta read this shit, man.
Yeah,
you have to. You know, 50 Cent recently, and not to cut you off with it, but like 50 Cent recently said in an interview that I saw, he basically said like niggas is out here really concerned about getting managers and getting these contracts when they need to be getting lawyers. What are you getting a manager for if you have nothing to manage yet? And also, you need to get a lawyer who's gonna actually understand the vernacular and the jargon that an entertainment contract would entail. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not just a criminal attorney. This is not a real estate attorney.
You can't even trust them.
Exactly. You can't trust them, but you know, of course, you can't trust them. But you could have consultations with more than one. You could reach out. You could look it up yourself. You could go to a law library.
Nothing is going to be better than reading them contracts yourself. And
exactly. That's why I said go to a law library. You could look up every statute, every addendum under it. You can look it up and figure out what it means. What do you think?
I was just talking directly to me.
I'm telling you, people are doing that shit in prison.
I feel two ways about it. One, the whole 50 talking about the entertainment lawyer thing, that's all good and great, but you got to understand that most people, when they meet these managers, it's because the managers is at every open mic that night. The managers is at every club performance. The managers is hunting to find you. You not out here hunting to find managers most of the time. So her finding Carl Crawford was probably because of the fact that she was hot, maybe had a little buzz on the scene in Houston, and he's everywhere in Houston. It's not Houston, not that big. You know what I'm saying? And good luck getting out of Houston popping without Jay Prince cosign.
Exactly.
So without Jay Prince cosign, Megan wouldn't be shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, her music is good, but do I think that you looking like a mediocre stripper from Houston? You got that. You look like some girl that used to strip in Houston and then got on.
Yo, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion, yo. Shout out to Megan.
But facts, Megan.
Shout out to Megan. She looks great to me.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying, have you seen the strippers in Houston?
They bad. Sexy nigga with money.
Yeah. You throw a million on anything, but you gotta understand also.
Makeup niggas, some tight fitting,
waist
training niggas, some titties, some butt dogs, some heels.
But what I'm talking about is with her, it's like
Christian woman.
Man,
you gotta.
That is exactly what y'all like. So
yeah, but you gotta understand with her.
Yeah, so I read in multiple periodicals.
With her, it's you gotta understand that a 60-40 deal is a standard deal. It's actually a better deal than most of them.
Niggas used to get 28.
Yeah, it was an 80-20 and you still was coming out.
Cents on the record, nigga, like 85.
But people don't understand whenever you sign a contract, whoever signs the contract is at the disadvantage. Always.
Right.
And you gotta understand that when you pay, when they're doing this and they're fronting this money behind Megan Thee Stallion not paying back when she pops, she not paying back the money that she owes the label. She paying back the money that the label fronted for every nigga they fronted that didn't pop. Right. If I pay for you to pop, and then only one of y'all pan out, the one that did pan out gotta get me all my bread for everything I spent. So that's why these deals are structured like that, to where they recoup their money, because guess what? If Megan Thee Stallion don't do shit besides Hot Girl Summer, they at least got their bread back.
That song was forced too, man.
That
song was forced like crazy. That song was not.
You think it was cheap to get Ty Dolla $ign and Nicki Minaj on the single?
That song was not hot like that, dog. City Girls got a better body of music to me than Homegirl.
So
yeah. You know what I mean? I do believe so. And I believe that if you took Ty Dolla $ign off that shit, it ain't nothing.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like Megan Thee Stallion. I rock with Megan Thee Stallion.
That flow don't hit the
heart. I'm sorry.
That flow sound like an old school New York nigga. It's old school. Facts.
It's like a judgment sometimes.
Yeah, that's a That's
Buddha said Megan Thee Stallion sound like Scorpio.
Nah, Megan Thee Stallion. That flow sound like
cowboy.
That flow sound like any drunk nigga outside the bodega with a bottle freestyling. Any old nigga that's like, who gonna handle me? You just a player on the team. You like, alright, pops, chill.
You know what I'm talking about? Sound like that.
Now that shit, her money bag, that shit hitting.
That shit hit.
That other
because the money bag though.
That shit don't get played on the radio. That the strippers and all them little hot things be. That shit be hitting, dog. Cause she be flowing nasty and coming.
Nah, but that money bag
she
shit.
She ate that shit.
Hits.
She killed it.
She tried them though. Cause she took them singles and she ran with it.
Oh yeah, them shits already hit.
That nigga was in love, and I fuck with Money Bag too.
Alright, so but overall though, do we think that she's gonna be alright despite this lawsuit?
Yes, you signed with Roc Nation. Roc Nation gonna put you in a good space. Period.
Okay, so she's good. And the publicity, is it good for her or is it bad for her?
They're talking about her, and there's nothing to talk about. They're talking about it.
It can only benefit her.
Yeah. She getting hella guap for show.
She's winning.
Listen, she been winning.
Yeah, she's been winning.
Instead of complaining, nigga. You getting show money.
You gotta
real money.
You gotta understand when you go online and you complain about any corporation, people will automatically take the side of the person, not the corporation. If I was a Walmart employee and I went there and I was like, yo, can you believe these niggas had me sign paperwork that said I get paid $8 an hour and they not paying me for overtime and they not doing all this? Yeah, that's standard shit. But when you get on the news and you talk about it, all of a sudden niggas be like, can you believe that that's what they paying him? Can you believe this shit?
Yeah,
fuck Walmart. That's just how people live. They
they're
live.
still winning though.
Yeah.
That's like niggas in this
exactly. And guess what? Carl Crawford's still winning. Because he's gonna win that lawsuit and what?
He will because it's on paper.
Yeah.
And even when you look at clauses like the Four Corners law, it's like a four corners doctrine, or something like that, which is actually like a legal clause that when you sign a contract,
anything that's on the sheet,
anything that's on the sheet is
legally binding.
It's held against you. Right. That's it.
You know that before you get that notary.
No matter what you argue, it doesn't matter.
Before you get that notary to stamp that paper, you better quit tripping. You better read that shit.
Say you're cognizant when you're signing this paperwork. You're doing it in front of an attorney. You're doing it in front of a team. You submit it. There you go. Yeah. The odds of her winning, in my opinion, in the legal field are highly unlikely. So moving along to other cats who are winning, let's talk about that new Drake and Yachty song.
That shit is hilarious.
And the video.
The video better than the song, yo.
The video is better than the song. Have we all seen the video? Come on, music podcast members.
Yo, that shit. Oh my god, yo, I wanna.
I sent it to you earlier, Lex.
Nah, hold on. I almost want to pull it up.
My 5G wasn't kicking in.
Oh, Lord.
I think we got 5G.
So, anyways, they dropped the video. It's really funny. I wish we could play some excerpts of it, but...
Nah, I'm going to play some of it. We got time if we do it.
Yeah, let's play some of it.
I'm going to just play it, period.
Nah, like, there's a statement that's hilarious.
This is Hollow Rock's first time. Are you doing the Wendy Williams shit or some shit?
Oprah.
Yeah, bring it closer to the mic. Yeah. Alright, YouTube, they might use this after like 10 seconds, but that's my disclaimer. I'm only using this for learning purposes.
It's for y'all.
It's just for us, not for sale, and it's just for entertainment. So I'm throwing that out there, that single shit. Huh?
Yeah, I can cut it.
I know that, but I'm just saying, but if we just you know, people post reactions.
No. You gotta watch just watch the video. Because the video is.
Even that, look, like the reaction is.
The song is okay. It's the video.
It's the video that's funny.
Y'all didn't look too comfortable as Oprah.
He looked a little comfortable. He's there. Yeah, the whole nine. Damn. We were just talking about that. Because oh man.
functioning like that. I think, that was a big change for me. And the ears were just the next step. I mean, you talk about the great.
He said he was looking at pictures of him without a beard.
That should be weird though, nigga. If we got off the beard, son.
I want to talk about that since you made mention of that the other day.
Your LSD, really about reaching your full LSD.
Nigga without the beard, nigga look like.
Yeah, listen to that part.
Yeah, I just feel like this combination has just allowed me to.
The light skin coalition.
I'm up there on the Mount Lightmore.
So would you say that it helps with your famous Instagram post?
It's really just it's really just a natural thing that I was born with. I'm not really sure.
I'm not finding it entertaining. I think the man in the dress thing bothers me.
Not to offend our viewers.
Not to offend our viewers, but I just know him.
I think it's Cat
And
Williams.
we've had that conversation as well. So I'm not
When
really
Drake
sure.
does Cat Williams, that shit was funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
Drake when he acts like anybody is funny, but I'm not gonna front. I was a little surprised that he recorded with Lil Yachty. I didn't see that coming.
Nah, Lil Yachty's dope,
No,
dog.
Lil Yachty's dope.
Nah, him and Lil Yachty actually supposedly cool. But a lot of people in the industry
Who's
fuck
not
with
gonna
that.
like Lil Yachty though, nigga? Like
Apparently-
the man ain't disrespectful and they ain't like.
But
crazy shit.
apparently as a person, like a lot of people fuck with him just
Yeah.
off the strength of
Nah,
just
he
who
gets
he
good
is.
interviews, man. Nigga,
He
he's
does,
smart,
he
he's
does.
sharp young dude about his business.
And they like him. They like him.
And he's genuine. He seems very genuine, at least to
He
me.
happy to be in the game. He know he ain't got the
How
time.
did you feel about the Drake video, Jay?
I didn't really. Why I'm gonna have to go back.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and hear it.
Yeah.
But it's him. It's him talking about Drake being light. Is Drake making reference to him being light skinned? And then he was just talking about. He was like, "Yo, I gotta." He was like, "I looked at pictures of me before I had a beard, and I was wondering how I was even walking around the world like that." And then he was like, "The shit had me looking crazy."
Is it that serious to have facial hair, gentlemen?
Yeah, I don't trust a nigga with no facial
Alright,
hair.
okay. Around the table, why do you feel that way?
Lex can tell you, I had
Nigga had that shit like 12.
For real?
Jay not had the
You
strap
had a
at
beard
12.
since you were in the middle school?
Yeah, like 12. Jay, we used to send Jay to the corner store. Nigga got to the Dutchess, the White House, shit, got a Cisco. Like, Jay, go handle that shit. Nigga grab all that shit. Remember that shit? The crazy part is, yo, here's the crazy part, son. I'm older than Jay. But Jay, I would get held up at the club.
Yeah.
Jay just be, yeah.
Yeah. No, because when you were younger, you didn't have that much facial
Nah, I
hair.
was baby face like a motherfucker. I
Yeah,
ain't.
you were.
Let's just,
So how you feel about it now? What about now having facial hair? Do you feel like women receive you a different way?
I don't know. Women like me regardless.
Oh, look at you. Oh, the Ivy Talks movies. Ivy Talks movies.
The IDGs, hey, what up?
What about you? What do you think?
I like the beard though.
I feel like
Chicks like the beard or what?
yeah, they love it. They
Love it. They love it.
Nah, but I feel like you can't. I feel like you gotta have one or the other. If you ain't got no hair up top, you gotta have a beard.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool if you got your, a nigga got his old haircut and he got his little baby face. If you got a good tape and all that, that's fine. But if you ain't got, if you ain't good, no. Yeah, but some niggas be having that scruffy beard. I don't get it.
I like my beard scruffy and big and long, but when I get it too long, I get profiles and stuff. I start looking like real jihad out there. They be gotta be like I'm a Sunni out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause I have my shit long,
I
bro.
can see that.
And then sometimes I have it long and I twist it up and I rock a nice mean one. And then when I put on the kufi, it's a problem. Come on, America.
But that's just. But I feel like you gotta have it. You gotta have facial hair. I don't trust nobody with no facial hair.
All right, so women out there, Ivy Talks listeners, we gotta get a
Women
look
like
for
it. They
men.
say it's a flavor saver, but
I mean, if you want a woman's opinion,
I want to put some juices on the beard.
all right, we're getting it X-rated in here. But no, in my opinion, yes, I believe that it's sexy. Drake definitely looks much better with a beard. 100%. Well, that was the original topic that brought upon this, but yes, I do believe men look better with a beard. Drake. Don't even go there.
Soldier back out of hiding though.
Yeah, really?
What is he doing?
He just did an interview with
the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, he just did an interview with the Breakfast Club saying he was laying low.
Soldier
Boy.
Boy. Draco.
Soldier did one with the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, he just did a year. He did a year.
Soldier Boy.
He did a year in prison. Then after he did a year,
So he was in jail for a year. There's no way.
He was gone for a year.
He got like time served like quick, like 4 months. Nigga, like county sentence.
I'm gonna look that up right now. Like, there's no way. A year?
I gotta look up Soulja
Y'all
Boy.
come back to that, nigga. Let me talk about Mr. Raspy, nigga. That Jada Kiss album. Anybody? Yeah,
I was feeling
that shit hard. That shit clean.
That shit was hard.
I give him a solid 4 out of 5 easily.
I give him a solid. I gotta give it another run through, but from what I heard in terms of production, the features that he had, the hooks that he had, the smoothness, what he was saying.
Track 3 on out.
You know what I'm saying?
I think much with Pusha T.
I fucked with
I'm
it.
surprised
That's they making it in New York right now.
Yeah, of course.
Nah, nigga, keep it 100's nice, nigga. And that's him doing
Exactly.
vocals on it. I was like, oh shit, that's like.
He came with his old like Jada.
It's real smooth,
Yeah,
dog.
it's smooth. I'm not gonna front. I'm gonna give him the 4 out of 5 as well.
I give him a 4 out of 5, dog.
I'm gonna give him a 4 out of 5 as well.
I was looking for a club street banger.
No, it was just him.
Real smooth, good bars,
And he
good
named
shit.
it. And he named it after his friend. I forget. I gotta look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they said he did. He was sentenced to 240 days.
That's not a year though.
All right,
That's 8
well,
months, less than that.
Right.
Well, he did. Well, he did. Then he did. He did 200. He did 240. He did 240 days. Then he was laying low for another couple months.
They let that nigga out, dog. Wasn't no 240, dog.
They let him out. I mean, he's got bread.
Nigga, that's 8. Nah, nigga. If he got a year, then they probably gave him 8 months county. But if he did 8 months straight, dog, then he probably did like a 6-month piece, dog.
Maybe.
That ain't shit when you're sitting on money. You know you're going back out to being straight, nigga. It's like whatever, dog.
Yeah, I mean,
probably lost weight, did some push-ups, nigga.
All right, so speaking about people getting in trouble, what about the baby when this whole slapping the chick in the club situation?
Did she deserve to be slapped?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about
That is the question.
She hit him in the face. She hit him in the face with the phone. She hit him in the face. She went like this, and then you saw he got caught with it. But also,
I mean, I don't think it was
you prepared. But also, he prepared for anything. You know, as a celebrity, somebody could breeze by your face. What you gonna do? Yeah, but that's the whole point. So you could see it made contact with him because even it looked like the flash was on the phone, and it even got so close to his face you couldn't even see the flash no more. So it obviously made contact with his face. And then he hit her, but he said he didn't even know it was a woman at the time. The person had on a hoodie and everything.
He issued a public apology.
Hey, nigga, there's some women who look like niggas out there. Let's be real, bro. Shit, I'll say it.
I mean, it's the truth. They are.
There's a couple bitches that look like the baby right now.
That's fine.
Alright, yo. Okay, listen. I think, me personally, I believe, okay, someone touched you, an impulse is an impulse. However, in the series of events that are occurring to him, I am very curious as to what his security team is like. Because if you employ security, it's for them to do their job and secure your perimeter. Come on,
the stage,
they gotta be, but they should secure your perimeter, especially when you're on stage.
When the niggas on the stage, he be jumping in the crowd and doing all that shit.
I mean, now, okay, well then that's a different thing. But in my opinion, I think he's using his security poorly. You're paying people, and you're the one getting in trouble and catching charges. I'm not sure what he's going through mentally. I'm not sure, you know what I'm saying, but I think he's making a lot of erratic moves, and I think if he does not correct these moves, he's gonna end up behind bars. Mark my words. Mark my words. Like if he does not correct this public stunts of punching and niggas getting knocked out and this, he's gonna get roped up.
He's definitely gonna lose a lot of money.
He's definitely gonna lose a lot of money.
I don't think so. I don't think he's at that point where he's branded.
It's consequential. It's like every 2 months something is coming out in the media.
Yeah, but he ain't listening. It's just for fucking up his personal money. He ain't fucking like some big buku money, dog.
But it's making him look bad.
Like Huggies is trying to get the baby to go rap a commercial.
If I were his manager, I would be highly upset.
Of course, the people that's with him is trying to protect that bag, but
you're fucking up every 2 months. You're in the news, my nigga. You're fucking
that
up.
That probably work, nigga. I was following them on Instagram recently. They going from 4 million to 10 million, nigga.
I mean, it might work.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm bringing it back to what we were discussing a couple weeks ago when we were saying about rappers.
Yeah, the strongest year. So this shit like in 19.
I wish him the best. Don't get it twisted. I wish him the best. I seriously do because I think he's incredibly talented. No.
He's on that. He's on that song with Yachty too.
I believe. No.
The Yachty and Drake.
Mm-hmm.
The baby finishes off the track.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, the baby is super talented. I just don't want him to. I don't want him to fall into the same spell. Like,
I don't think he will, because I don't think he's doing time.
Still trying to figure out stuff for Vegas.
Just stay out the fucking news.
Do I think he's Kodak? No. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
I mean he's
I don't
not
think.
Kodak,
I don't think he's gonna be doing time like that.
Whoa, huh? Oh, you talking about the time or the
I'm talking about Kodak as far as
the troublesome.
him fucking up, like constantly fucking up and doing time.
He's a troublesome.
No, hell nah.
Trouble though. Those are way two different kinds of trouble.
Yeah, but
one is just being retarded with it, nigga, and not really skating.
When you punching niggas, you're not really looking.
It's a reaction though.
Yeah.
Like the baby shit is reaction, nigga. It's what you doing to me. And I'm reacting, nigga.
People keep trying to check
with,
him.
With the situation at the hotel, they saying homeboy ain't cooperating with the police, so that shit got tossed out. So that shit's no mas, you know what I mean? Right. But everything you see about the baby and hear about the baby is a motherfucker coming at him or fucking with my personal space and territory. So the comparison of him and Kodak are oil and vinegar.
But you have to understand that when you enter that world of celebrity, those things are going to happen. So you need to take certain precautions.
He's taking them.
Sorry, I understand, but I have to play devil's advocate.
But
that shit is making baby more solidified in the street than anything else because the nigga ain't taking nobody's shit, dog.
All I'm saying is
I feel like those type of things, when you punch somebody in the face and you do all that, it doesn't really cost you. It doesn't really cost you any legal ramifications. It's more civil shit. Like they're probably suing them for money. You know, everybody you punch in the face probably getting them for some money. But do those have real legal ramifications? No, because there's never really a gun involved.
I'm just worried about
never
him
really
caught up in the wrong situation. That's
I don't. I mean, yeah,
it's
that could be.
Now that you're caught up in the news and you're getting charged up.
That could be the case, but I mean,
just worried that
all
he
these
his career. That's all.
All these, there's so many other rappers that's getting caught up in shit that's not even. I mean, Offset just got jumped the other day. So
by who? Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lil Baby's group. Lil Baby's denied it, but he got jumped by somebody.
Right.
That happened, but they just don't know who it was.
Hey,
Lil Baby everywhere now. I fuck with his interviews though. He's a dude that I didn't think at first because I thought he was mildly retarded or something.
No, he's super intelligent.
Listening. No, I'm talking about through his early interviews, just the way he spoke and his demeanor, because he says certain stuff and he like he has a weird way of like even delivering his words, like just the way he's
probably thinking about what he's saying before he says it.
Yeah, but
which is a good thing.
But I do fuck with his But I do fuck with his interviews though. I fuck with what he says. Yeah, I like the fact that he's always like, yo, there's enough money for us to all get money. I don't have time to beef with these niggas. Shout out to this nigga. Yo, I really fuck with this nigga. I like that because not too many niggas in the industry is doing that right now.
Yeah, he good, dog.
Shout out little Yachty.
Yeah, he shout out Yachty too.
His family, his homeboys.
We probably don't see each other like we should, but. I mean, that's my dog.
Yeah, I fuck with that.
His family, his homeboys, nigga, put the niggas on, dog. Like, you don't hear nothing bad.
Yeah, I definitely mess with him. His album is hitting. I like it.
My turn?
He did was like 5 times platinum and shit, right? The nigga be doing numbers, dog.
Yeah, the niggas is crazy numbers.
That nigga do numbers.
Yeah, this one already did 240 or something first week.
Which is insane.
He ain't even over.
He's winning, trust.
Nah, but I fuck with the album.
He debuted #1, so when he took Roddy Ricch's.
No, Roddy Ricch's single is still #1. Box is still #1, but album wise, Lil Yachty, Lil Baby #1.
I like to see that. I like to see success in the artist. And speaking of that, let's talk about Kendrick Lamar launching a new artist-friendly company.
Segue.
You gotta get a helmet for
Segue.
That neck will break. You know.
Segue.
Sometimes that should be like anyway.
Anyway, fuck what y'all niggas saying.
In conclusion.
So what did you start?
In conclusion, Kendrick Lamar, and I'll read this from the post.
I love how she always digs. To all the Ivy Talk listeners, Ivy is always going to dig every week to go find something about some Kendrick Lamar and some J. Cole. This week, J. Cole went to the moon. Like, somehow, some way, nigga.
Yes, I do. Let it be on record that I do love J. Cole. Shout out to J. Cole. And Kendrick is my favorite rapper. But this is actually something very dope. So I'm going to just read a small excerpt from the Jakarta Post. Kendrick Lamar launches new artist-friendly company called PR Lane. Kendrick Lamar performs during his 2019 Coachella Music Valley, and another thing to tell you. The Compton rapper announced his latest business endeavor in a 4-minute visual mission statement in which he appears alongside Bobby Keene, Georgia Smith, and Yara Shahidi.
Oh yeah, she dope.
Okay.
Grown-ish.
The short film was notably filmed. The short film was notably written and directed by former Top Dog Entertainment president and Lamar's longtime collaborator, David Free. When you are identified with something that you are not, it always leads to suffering and unhappiness. The distorted voice in the video, which also features new music by Bobby Keene, Florence Wench, and Kamasi Washington. Free is also credited as the co-founder of PR Lane, which is described in a manifesto as focused on using our experiences and nurturing our many collaborators to build stories that are equally accessible and engaging than fitting them within the best media. So it seems almost like they're creating a platform that is, I guess, to put artists together, but I'm not understanding 100% if this is some type of management company, or it doesn't really sound like a label, or does it sound more of like a mentoring company for upcoming artists that they fuck with?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like almost like an outreach to the community. Like, you're starting a company for upcoming artists. Like, what is the purpose? What are we doing here? What do you guys think? Briefly, since we don't got to talk about Kendrick for too long.
I don't care about it at all.
I wasn't even listening because I'm blacked out. Like, I didn't even pull out to you.
No, facts. I just don't. I don't.
That really sucks, man.
No, but I
swear.
No, but it's not.
Really
it's not necessarily. I just don't.
Someone's starting something for upcoming artists.
Yeah.
One of the biggest major artists is starting something,
but
collaborating.
Those details right there just weren't vague. Yeah. Okay. They're not clear enough for me to care about it yet.
Okay.
If they do more and then somebody's associated with it to where I see it and I can understand where they're going with it, and I can see the potential in it, then by all means, I'll probably get behind it because I fuck with the message that Kendrick has.
I agree.
But do I care right now in the landscape of music? Not really. Not yet, because it's not anything yet. Until it is something, I don't have time to be pushing it because it ain't doing nothing for my pockets.
Well, a lot of rappers, we're seeing a lot of rappers do these joint ventures and starting different types of companies that are unexpected. You know what I'm saying? Outside of liquor, outside of clothing, outside of a sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Like even with Drake's deal with caffeine. Even now they got Offset, since y'all mentioned Offset. So, it's interesting. And
I think more and more people are starting to realize how much this show money is and how it is tax-free, how it is uncounted, uncalculated.
Right.
These guys have a resource where it is a large sum. You talk about millions of dollars where it's tax-free, it's not accounted for. It's not calculated properly to where they realize that they can put this in other endeavors, and companies are realizing that. People with ideas are realizing that to where they're saying, hey, 100,000 could really change this situation. So then they jump to come at all these artists, and I think then the artists are realizing that. And I more power to them if it turns out to be something. I feel like there's not enough, due to the fact that artists are 100% of the creators of this media, but they are such a small percentage of the owners of this media, which is, I think that's a problem. All
right, so since y'all are not really feeling this topic, let's move on. How are we feeling about the coronavirus? What? Y'all ain't saying nothing.
You ready? Segue!
I only got to invest in the seatbelt over there.
I feel about the
corona. You told me you weren't listening. You told me it was wah.
I listened to the Kendrick shit, but you know what I mean? It's just...
But I just feel like it's too vague to get behind it. I just feel like that's...
I like Kendrick.
I just think he's trying to start something positive for artists, and that's just the end of it. In conclusion.
And hopefully it is that.
I really do want to touch on the coronavirus.
Was it a touchdown? I think that's the last thing you want to do.
Why?
That was good. I like
that. And now some like serious, just break out some fashion. I'm talking like y'all scared to go outside.
No, nigga, that shit hype, nigga. I ain't believing that shit.
You don't believe in the hype? I'm responding for the hype.
Nigga, I was in the club all last week, nigga. That shit don't hype me.
They postponed Coachella.
Catching taxi rides and everything, going to airports and all, nigga.
Listen, but the reason
shoulder to shoulder with bitches, not worrying about it.
Yeah,
well, I definitely know it's like
they canceled Coachella.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm
they canceled Coachella, they canceled Ultra, they canceled South by Southwest. So
I get that, like,
you know,
like hundreds
how
of
much
thousands
money are
of
they
people,
losing?
nigga. Who gives a fuck? How much money? Who losing?
right.
I mean, all those entities that have.
Yeah, the niggas can recoup. They
Of course
make
they
their
can
money in
recoup.
this, so they
They're
alright.
conglomerates.
I ain't worried about that shit. I ain't worried about shit I don't even go to.
So nobody's paying
South by
money.
Southwest, Ultra, Coachella, nigga, you ain't never gonna see Holla Rock in that shit, dog. If I pop off or not, nigga, I'm cool.
I feel like mostly the people that's getting caught with it is like people that don't do normal shit that you're supposed to be doing anyway.
Motherfuckers just playing in toilets and shit.
Yes.
dog.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
Alright,
Wipe your ass and wiping your eyes and shit.
y'all watching
Your ass and your eyes are crazy.
Yeah, they going straight ass to eye. That's the problem.
and then realistically,
Sounds like a porn channel.
realistically,
Them
like,
shit.
if you're a person that eat like just like if you're not putting
Bats.
like if you're not
That's even
putting,
some
like,
bullshit, nigga. Like, whoever started that whole, you eat bats, you got corona. Them niggas are so stupid now, dog. Like,
exactly.
come on, them
yeah,
niggas
but I
been
mean,
eating
like,
bats for years, dog.
Nah, but if you like naturally like
Yeah.
using like lemons and like you know what I mean, like certain
Cook,
shit that-
cleansing your meat and everything, yeah.
Now niggas ain't even trying to tell you a pound or nothing, nigga, no high fives, but the masate.
I was still barbecuing the other day. I ain't got no time for that. You ain't gonna stop me. You ain't gonna stop me in my steaks.
I don't care as well. I mean, I wouldn't say I don't care. I just don't. You know, I don't buy into what the
I mean,
media
that's just
portrays.
spreading.
It's. I mean, but look. Okay.
Niggas still does the flu,
My
the
thing
cold,
is-
nigga.
And
My
since,
thing
we're
is
on, and since we're on record, let's fast forward 6 months from now. How much money are the glove companies going to make? How much money are the mask, the face mask companies going to make?
No,
How
you ain't
much
see
are
the shit
the-
with the face mask, how they
much
call
money
a factory
they gonna
recycling
make?
the face
Yeah.
mask.
Yes, like
But
all these industries.
a company sanitizing them and then reselling the
You know,
masks.
like what they could make in these next 2 quarters. What they can make in these next 2 quarters could make up for, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yes.
and the propaganda of what they're doing in the media, of scaring everybody. First of all, it attacks people with an already immune and affected system. So if you're already doing all right, the odds of it affecting you, and like you said, like if you take care of yourself, you'll be all right. But the media perpetuates this and perpetuates that because it makes sales, it makes money. So therefore, it is what it is.
It takes your mind off of.
It takes your mind off other
It takes your
things.
mind off of.
You know,
I don't remember that shit when that 9/11 shit happened.
Exactly.
Where's the first
That was
nigga
our
told
SARS
you, nigga,
shit.
go outside and keep living your life and go shopping and go
Yeah,
partying and
man.
doing all that shit, nigga.
You know, like,
Take
I'm
advantage of
come
these
on, man.
low-ass cruise prices
Nigga, what
and
nigga
shit
you
like
see
that.
that? Yo, nigga.
Yo, I'm
Yo,
like,
yo,
I'm
plane
looking for
tickets right now is like $40,
Nigga.
nigga. Holla at me, son. I'm about to
Yo.
be booked out, dog. I ain't
Hey,
gonna
where we
be
going,
doing this shit in May, nigga.
Where we
I be
going,
talking
kid?
taking a hiatus. We all vacation.
What? I mean,
Yeah.
talking
Yo, nigga,
why
let's
can't
go.
we do? Why can't we do an Ivy
I'll
Talks
take my chances,
remote
nigga.
location? Why can't we record somewhere
Why
else?
not?
Let's go to
Alright.
New York.
Because I think all
Because-
of us are so separate.
because to
we're
keep
going
it
to
up-
different places.
To keep it 100, to keep it 100,
All right, go ahead.
it's been, let me see, outside of the United States, 44 deaths.
Niggas died on day. That's outside my house, nigga.
That's
Shit, we have 54 outside the crib right now.
Chicago beat that. Chicago beat that in a couple days.
That's Chicago. You
Facts.
said New York City,
Nigga, my
nigga.
niggas popping shells outside.
Nah, but facts.
Harlem Nights, nigga.
But when they was throwing out the numbers of niggas getting killed by police, they wasn't saying there was no pandemic. This shit was way more than 44.
That's regular. That's everyday story.
It was way more than 44, B.
commonplace.
I ain't got no time for that bullshit. You think listen, man.
Man, I'm like, nigga.
Niggas still ducking and dodging AIDS. You think?
Listen, nigga. Coronavirus ain't stopping me from happy hour. Ain't stopping me from Taco Tuesday, nigga.
Facts.
Ain't stopping me from brunching, niggas.
Yeah,
Yo,
listen.
you need to be inviting me to these spots. Look at all these
I
spots.
do.
Yeah.
You just get back to your lemons, your echinacea.
Yo,
He's like your basil.
yo, burn your sage.
Your tea and lemon.
Facts.
Yo,
No,
burn.
what was the second thing you mentioned?
Facts.
Echinacea.
Yeah, what does it do?
Echinacea is
It's a root and it
You take echinacea, you take some zinc, some vitamin C.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yo, I killed that. I down that I down that emergency every morning.
And all of that stuff is
Natural.
it boosts your mood and your
They say sex kills the coronavirus. I don't know if this is a rumor or whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, it's true. Once you release the nut, it's all.
Oh my god. Yo.
You ever seen the niggas that got corona? They ain't fucking. I seen the pictures of what they look like.
They died.
Okay, I want to ask a personal.
They not fucking. They ain't got no bitches.
Like, so if you have y'all
I
ever had
break up
moments?
with a bitch. I got the corona.
I mean, I'm sure y'all have had moments. This is off topic.
What happened?
No, it's a different.
This is Draya Ivy trying to get into our personal life.
Yeah, we're getting into the personal lives. Like,
Nice first.
the male perspective. Have you guys ever had, I'm sure, moments where you couldn't get up and it was embarrassing? Is it embarrassing?
Wait, how do we get here? What street was that?
That segue game is.
How do we go to coronavirus?
Like, how do we?
Because y'all just mentioned that people with coronavirus.
Nah, fuck it.
That was you.
No,
So
no,
we
no.
went from coronavirus to
That was
erectile
Buddha.
dysfunction. I don't know.
That's not erectile dysfunction. I'm talking about, like, I'm
That's
saying,
one
it's
step
like
question.
a one. That's like a one. I'm not saying a common occurrence.
Yeah, but has it happened? Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
like, I'm not saying a common occurrence, but if you
But
deal with a
not
new
getting
chick.
up or what?
Yeah, like, say you're dealing with a new chick.
I
And,
don't
like,
think it happens with new chicks.
alright, so let's talk on that. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Stay because you on your A game then.
That's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, that's a whole.
That's after hours.
Oh, that's the after hours.
That's after hours.
You see, I can't get.
But there's a
I
lot
can't get
of.
to know y'all, man. I don't know already.
You can go into it. I don't know. Like, all right, yo, like, look.
It's just never really with the new chicks.
Yeah, I don't think that happens with new chicks.
It doesn't happen with
Nah, that
new
was-
No matter what they do.
Nah, like, unless they say something stupid that smell like fish, but.
No, there's more.
I mean, because she's cooking fish, obviously.
I mean, of course, yeah, the kitchen is flooded with the smell of all that. Like,
Nah, but
I hate when you go into a house and it smells like bacalao. I mean, you be trying to figure out where the flies are coming from, nigga. All you niggas.
yeah.
Oh, man.
So did we talk about 50 trying to finish Pop Smoke's project?
nah.
That's where we are now.
Let's touch on it.
Yo, can y'all just give me like a little bit of heads up when we about to make these turns?
You out here just.
Hypnotized backwards.
I mean, I can say in conclusion,
Yo,
I can say
he in the.
we're segueing.
Yo,
Jay
Jay in the back seat.
Let's go. All right.
Jay in the back seat, head whipping.
What's good?
Where we going? Yo, nah, but 50. Nah, that
That's
50.
what makes it even more fun. It's a roller coaster podcast today. We're having some fun.
Nah, but that 50 shit, I feel like, all
Yeah,
right,
I know the fun.
it didn't really involve him. I understand what he's trying to do.
Well, I mean, let's give some backstory.
Would you call it cloud chaser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that been left up for a Brooklyn nigga to do?
Executive producing Pop Smoke's album
Probably.
to get his mother that trophy that she wants apparently for her sons. I mean, R.I.P. Pop Smoke, my condolences to
Don't
his
get me
family.
wrong,
Who's ain't buying these projects though, dog? Like,
The
who's
only thing is, he was fucking with Pop Smoke before he died.
I get all that, dog.
Okay.
But like, is he like the big brother into this? This is YMCA?
Nah, he was just from the standpoint that people said he sounded like Pop Smoke.
Right, 'cause they-
Pop Smoke sounded like him.
They was out
Right.
here, but they was out here together. Like they was definitely touching.
But
the
nigga, that's what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
when
but
you're young and
50
poppin', nigga, New
but
York
50
City, you in Miami, nigga, you gotta do the
But
things.
50 kind of like a groupie now with every hot New York nigga now.
So is he the new Diddy?
Nah, because he was like that with
Nah,
he was like that with
no,
Takashi hard.
He was like that. He was like that.
Yeah, he was like that with Takashi.
He was like that with A Boogie too.
Yeah, he was.
Right before A
That
Boogie.
new Diddy, nigga. Y'all niggas ain't seen no Diddy.
Troy Ave.
Yeah.
He jumped on that Troy
Nah,
Ave.
he's been with these like hot New York niggas quick. Once you pop in New York,
you get into the streets.
yeah, but once you pop in New York, that nigga's there, bro. All of a sudden, you taking pictures. My son this, my son that. Oh,
Did he do that with Soulja Boy too?
But is that wrong? Is that wrong? Wouldn't that?
Nah,
I don't want the
that's what you want.
I don't say it's wrong because he's giving them that cosign,
right.
But they already had that buzz. You know,
right.
He not doing that before they had nothing.
I feel you.
Right.
He not. That's what Diddy do, nigga.
I mean,
Diddy see you catching some flame, nigga. Let me come and put my dried up fire stick in that shit and catch a flame again. The young niggas is so caught up, like, oh shit, it's Diddy. When Diddy's really like, nigga, I need the young niggas to stay relevant. I don't make music like that.
Right, but
50 don't make music like that.
I really think 50 needs cloud chasing.
Yeah. I think 50
music like that.
This social media.
Everything else he's doing.
But you gotta understand, this social media climate is so fickle that 50 does whatever he can to stay in the buzz. Like he always stays in. He has to stay relevant. Power is not on no more.
Exactly.
Okay. Jay was done.
Yeah.
Jay want to stay relevant, nigga. Jay drops music, nigga, and goes on tour. He's either gonna do another On the Road Tour 7 or come out with a new album or team up with Justin. Either way, Jay-Z's relevancy is music.
Argue with Beyonce publicly.
Yeah, but he drops music though, nigga.
Another elevator.
It ain't just some argument, some nonsense, and nothing happens, nigga. Right. Everything that deals with Jay coming is gonna have some music following behind it. There's a soundtrack for it.
Right.
These other niggas who stay relevant do not rap.
Right.
50 don't rap, nigga. You don't hear shit on the radio, my nigga.
So, but he was calling out artists to jump on the project.
Intro power.
He was calling out artists. He called out Kendrick, Cole, Post Malone.
Call on what?
To jump on to finish the project. So I'm kind of like,
yeah, but they're gonna make the album.
Nigga,
they probably make the album like a commemorative.
If that's the case,
right?
If that's the case, you don't need 50 Cent. Get the project DJ Khaled, nigga. I'm done.
Facts.
Next segue.
If you but Khaled bring people together and make hits.
But that's what you're doing though. That's what
you DJ Khaled in right now.
Hey, that's what he's trying to do right now.
But not as good. You know, back then, 50 would put a project together, but 50 would be the greatest aspect of the album. Like documentary, 50 was the greatest addition to that.
That's too long ago, man. That's all.
No, but I'm saying that's back when he was hot.
No, but
now it's hip.
And there's an
with that G Unit shit, dog, the G Unit shit is almost like the Wu-Tang shit, nigga. And when I say that is, as a group, they're awesome. Their solo projects, all the first solo projects are hitting, nigga. That Tony Ayo, nigga, the thought of a predicate.
It did hit.
The thought of a predicate felon or some shit.
Yeah.
That Lloyd Banks first one. That Young Buck, nigga.
Right.
That
Young Buck was a classic.
Documentary. Them first G Unit albums, nigga. Exactly. It's dope, nigga. Even the Get Rich or Die Trying, and I even still go with the fucking first shit before where he did.
The mixtapes and everything.
It was underground. Yayo and Buck.
Yes.
Where he was using it to fill in talk.
Yeah.
Banks.
Filling the time when he was when Yayo was locked up.
Them little 6 albums, nigga, is potent, my nigga. They hold weight, dog. They awesome. All that follow up shit.
Trash.
Crickets, nigga.
Since the massacre has been asked.
Right.
But
like Wu-Tang.
But I feel like
solo.
But do I feel like he has?
This nigga want to be looking for the Method Man albums. Nigga, the only one.
He's like, wow.
You know what I mean?
He's like, yo, Buddha, get that.
No, but do you?
Homie from high school, like Method is his all-time favorite.
Method is great, man. Method is great. He's a great dude.
Meth is nasty, bro.
Shout out Meth, man. He's a cool dude.
Nah, Meth and Red as a combination. Not no.
His voice, his swag. He had the whole.
Yeah.
He had everything. Personality,
charisma. Was a little
charisma.
different than the rest of the Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
It was, nigga. But who's really? All right, nigga. Look. Who's really the better Wu-Tang niggas, dog?
ODB.
Ghostface.
ODB.
Okay, who else?
Nah, I'm going with Meth, man.
Meth all the way?
Meth and Ghostface.
Better music and everything.
Ghostface is number one.
Ghostface in terms of
I get
storytelling.
Ray, Ghost, and Jizza, nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, Jizza.
Ghostface is number one to me out of all of them. But
Ghostface. Yeah.
But do you feel?
Yeah, that Ghostface.
But I feel like the Pop Smoke album would have been better in Khaled's hands than it is in 50's hands.
But I'm wondering how he would even enter the
50
realm of
can't,
singing that.
no, nigga, 50 don't got that ear, nigga.
He don't got that. He don't got that ear no more.
Even that shit he did with Chris Brown, nigga. That shit was buns, nigga. That was forced on you.
Yeah.
So it's like, nigga, what's he doing, dog, to make the album so special? Let me get Post Malone, nigga. Let me get Chris Brown. Drake, come over here, nigga. You calling out everybody named Mama, who's a guaranteed thing.
You calling out the Dream Team.
Yeah, nigga, you're not working the record.
But it's not gonna. Nobody listens to the album for Pop Smoke no more.
Billie Eilish, nigga.
Yeah, come on, Billie Eilish.
Come on, son.
This is a whole different topic.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what he's basically doing, dog.
Right,
You're calling niggas out. At this point, the nigga might even call niggas he don't like, nigga. Fresh Montana, nigga, come get a piece of this.
He's like, yo, hop on this verse, guy.
He's gonna do something like, come on, bring seven. We need an R&B vibe.
We need that.
Come on, dog.
French ain't nothing without Drake. They gotta be on the same track.
Yeah, where's French?
French
ain't nothing without that feature.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of singles.
Name a track. Name a French track without a feature.
French got bars, man.
I mean,
no.
Name a French track without a feature.
French know how to make a song, dog.
Nobody said he don't. But don't act like the other person on the track ain't carrying it too.
Don't got nobody on there.
I'm snapping my fingers because I'm thinking.
There's a couple.
There's a lot.
Name one hot one.
What's the other shit he came out with, dog? With the nigga from New York, the white producer on it, dog.
When he first came out, all his beats with the music, all them shits.
Yeah, Harry Fraud shit. Yeah, nigga.
All them shits.
Come on,
him.
Man, this is a little too hard, man.
But you're not naming.
I'm thinking about mac and cheese, but I can't.
we know.
That's the whole point.
This shit is like coming out to a math problem.
That's the point.
Damn.
They ain't no.
No, stop.
No, wait a minute. We're back on that.
There we go.
Yeah, them niggas.
Yeah, you know what I
I
mean?
feel like we're talking about Ace Hood again. That was hilarious.
Nah, Ace Hood good though.
No, when you were pulling up all the facts and shit on Ace Hood, that was cold.
I fuck with Ace Hood, nigga. Ace Hood, you know, just I don't know what happened. Like, he got blackballed. It's kind of. I'd say that here too, nigga. It's real fucked up for the DJs to back him up so hard now, and you don't even hear Ace Hood in the mix shows no more.
Featuring Shot Caller, featuring Charlie Rock. I said without a feature.
No, nigga, that's the chorus though. That's the chorus. Come on, dog.
Without a feature. What?
Oh, Jerome Bettis, nigga.
He got a couple.
Jerome Bettis.
Yeah. Anyway.
Who up Bettis?
Yo, wow, y'all go do your research.
Nah,
Figure out this one hot song.
Don't talk about Montana.
We need. No, I'm not just Montana. Shout out to French Montana. He has a distinct voice. That sounds good. He's clear. His ad libs are good. The niggas, he's good.
His albums,
the niggas.
Oh, don't panic.
Don't panic. Yeah, nigga.
That's a big one.
That's a big one, nigga. That shit. Ooh.
He's very.
I had to go give y'all that.
Nah, I gave y'all that, nigga. I just said the wrong nigga. You know what I'm talking about, nigga.
Oh yeah.
I gave y'all.
Oh, nigga.
No, but
that's a shot at Lamar, nigga.
In facts.
Hey, that's a hard one though.
Nah, but I fuck with French, but I'm telling you, French without them features was. I'm telling you, I fuck with French, but French without them features would not be French. He would not be with. He would have never got with Chloe if he didn't have them features. He would have never got in that Kardashian.
I don't know.
He was getting money before that.
Yeah. I mean, that nigga's from Morocco, nigga. That nigga's fancy or something. Niggas probably got a tiger back at the crib. Who knows? Yeah. Fresh got bread. Like,
he got money.
He's got that Ciroc money too.
Shout out Chicks Drugs, man. Y'all go keep downloading the music, man.
Like,
that nigga was dope. Rest in peace.
He was.
Okay, so since I'm
that's why I think French got a lot of the shit from.
He did.
He does buckle up. So, all right. Buckle up, everybody. Buckle up.
Strap in.
I love this discussion that we're doing with this whole music thing tonight. So I want to talk about, we're approaching the end of the first quarter of the year. What do we feel about what's happening in the industry just in general? How do we feel about maybe some predictions for the summer? Who do you see heating up? Let's just talk music. Like, what's happening so far?
Can I go back into something then if we talk music?
Yeah. First quarter of 2020.
All right, find the Pop Smoke shit real quick. I'm not finished, so.
All right, go ahead.
Was him dying the best thing for his career?
Like, facts.
Out of rappers.
We were having that conversation. Best or worst, right? That's what you're saying.
Best or worst.
So here's the premise, y'all, to the Ivy Talk listeners. I mean, man, Hollow Rock is going to come weigh in with a rapper who's passed in the game and see if their death has prolonged or bettered their career, so to speak, or was it too early and we should have been having more from them?
Was it better for them to have died when they did?
Damn it, man, let me work on my set.
Was it?
You just gotta say that blood.
Yeah. Was it better for them to die when they did, or would you like to have seen more from them?
Okay, Pop Smoke, I think it was in his best that he passed.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
It's not saying, I'm saying for his career though. He's bigger than what his music is now.
I mean, yeah, now he is.
Because before, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, we was all saying the fucking album sounds all the way the same as all the way out now. And now Jay, what happened now?
Yeah, every record is banging in the club. Every single song is in.
But that, from him, I feel like it was best. Yeah, best. It was the best thing for him because he wouldn't have. I feel like, would you see it getting better than that?
That's what I was telling Lex. Like, I feel like
that's what we mean by it.
I don't see it. Yeah, I think all these songs sound so similar. Like the difference between Dior and Shake the Room is like almost nothing. Like it's almost identical.
Like
So
the only thing is they sound like Sweetheart.
Yeah,
I mean,
and Gotti. Yeah, they do not.
Are y'all saying that y'all didn't envision that perhaps maybe his second or third album could have been better?
I feel like he honed the sound, and I feel like it doesn't get better than that.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's that Brooklyn jiggy nigga shit that grabbed the belt and that's what they doing.
You know, and we're not saying this, disclaimer, we're not saying this to be heartless and say that it was a good thing that this man passed.
No.
In terms of his estate,
it was the best thing for his career.
Perhaps is the worst. It probably, I'm sorry, not the worst. It probably is the best thing monetarily and also storybook shit.
It gives him that.
It's hip hop history.
Another dude, Nipsey Hussle.
Triple X.
No.
I mean, we can get on Triple X.
All right, Nipsey. No, I feel like Nipsey could have added so much more. Not even from a music standpoint, because one Victory Lap was bomb.
Yeah.
It was great.
Was it bomb? Was it bomb because people checked for it more that he died? Because very few people was rocking with him compared to when he died.
What I'm saying is. I don't fuck with West Coast rappers like that. So,
yo, what do you listen to, man?
I listen to up north rap like East. I listen to East Coast. I listen to East Coast music mainly.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, Atlanta is heavy. Like Atlanta is big on my playlist.
Right.
Period. Everything that comes out of Atlanta is big on my playlist.
Okay.
The Baby is nasty right now.
Right.
Up north, I mean, the Baby, Lil Baby too. That Uzi is nice though.
I didn't get into the Uzi.
I like it.
That new album.
Eternal Take or whatever.
Okay.
It's nice. I like it. I like the production on it. He's got bars on it finally. This is the first time he's got bars. Yeah, I fuck with it. I mean, I listen to all genres of music, but I feel like West Coast just never
grabbed you like that.
Yeah, West Coast just I never related to that. Like,
we talk R&B ever?
Nah, I don't listen to R&B.
No one listens to R&B.
I love R&B.
You love R&B. All right, so Young M.A recently made a tweet.
We just saying fuck the whole segment.
Yes.
No, I mean it's
all right. The Nipsey, I feel that Nipsey was worse because I feel like the Nipsey, he would have given so much more just even from an intellectual standpoint, and I feel like his music was just starting because those 4 songs that he put around that time, he definitely would have popped.
Yeah,
I
think he was
between that Khaled track.
Nah, that Khaled track garbage.
Nah.
I think it would have.
It's a single.
It works for like
because he's dead.
When
man.
you watch but it works for you. Because I was watching that video before he died. Like
the
Khaled
video was popping.
And the racks in the middle.
Racks in the middle
had me locked.
Racks in the middle was
that check shit was harder.
Which one?
The visual, like last time that I checked with him and YG.
I used to look at that video too, but I wasn't feeling the song. I used to look at that.
But
video.
that Mustard, him and Mustard,
Right,
that shit bumps.
Yeah.
I feel like
it
had more of an impact. I think it had more of an impact from a sentimental standpoint because of the interludes in between. Because he died, like it means more. Yeah. But that shit still would have been hard.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk. This is my opinion. And in all honesty, Nipsey was a very intelligent man, articulated himself very well. His interviews were very insightful. I do agree with Lex. I do believe he was more of a regional artist in comparing him to somebody like even the Baby or Little Baby, who even though they're from Atlanta, they really do have more of a, in my opinion, a global impact. Nipsey Hussle, when he died, all of a sudden it became, oh my God.
He was very
Nipsey
much California,
Hussle.
yeah.
It's almost like, oh my God, he's this martyr. And now we have to name the street after him because he opened up this clothing store. And I'm not knocking anything that this man did.
He even got his own color.
I gotta be
Nipsey
completely
Blue is
honest.
a thing.
People were not putting Nipsey Hussle in their top 5. People were
not.
All right, look. I'm gonna say it like this. People were not putting him in their top 10. I never came across.
No. I'm not saying that. What we were saying is that he was. We were saying that he was bubbling. I do believe that had he not died, he would have popped anyway. Pop Smoke. I believe Pop Smoke is at the height of his career. I feel like
a lot more people know Pop Smoke music because he died.
Yeah. I believe that this is as good.
It tells you too, like when you get the surge of how he was just recently out, and then the week after he died, of the numbers, like it becomes like, oh, this like, motherfucker.
The conversation a lot is, I didn't even know this song before he died, but now that I hear it, I like it.
I just believe he wouldn't have been better.
Like
Nipsey, I believe Nipsey would have been better.
He was just on the way up, man.
Okay.
All right,
like,
Triple X. Do you feel?
I feel like that was probably the worst thing that happened.
I do.
I think he was on his way up.
He was about to bubble too.
Yeah. Because
the thing is, with the thing that Nipsey and Triple X had in common is, if they both would have stayed around, they definitely had a really strong voice for the people. Like,
they did, absolutely.
On a whole nother level.
There was niggas that worship Triple X like a cult. There was people that lived to die by his words.
His interviews were also very,
for a young kid.
But when you're
talking about people that like really stood, like they stood.
They stood out.
His positive message.
How you feel about Juice WRLD?
I don't think Juice WRLD really put himself out there to represent so much of a character.
No, but do you think
the best or worst?
He was gonna pop off bigger than after he died?
I think he hit his stride. He had his stride. Like
his pinnacle. I think he would have been gone.
I don't feel like he popped anymore.
I think he could have gone.
I don't think he could have gone.
But I feel like where people regard him is much better now, as opposed to. I feel like he was always. Most people was just like I still see the shadows in my room. He's that dude for a lot of people. Like nobody, nothing else. I feel like
he dropped far more content than that.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the majority, he was just that dude. Even people's mamas was like, I like that song. Like
a lot of dark music too, though.
Yeah, so I feel like later, once he died, who he was just came to the forefront. Right. I feel like it was the best thing to happen for him because I don't think his music, if he would have continued on further, I don't think his music could have gotten.
I think he was a real musician.
He was putting out good music. I liked it.
He was like a real musician. Whereas like a lot of the other youngins just be.
But was you checking for his music like that when he was alive?
Definitely not checking for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like that him and Future tape was ass.
He had a tape with Future?
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that.
That's exactly. Shit was ass, man.
Talking to a DJ, right? He's like, oh yeah, is that for real?
That shit was that. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like this was the best thing to happen to him because I don't think. Yeah, I think he would have put out more music, but I feel like his image, the way people perceive him now, is better.
Right.
I feel like for Nipsey, it's the opposite. I feel like Nipsey would have propelled so much further.
Exactly.
I feel like Triple X would have propelled so much because Triple X was at that point where he was just getting over that bad publicity.
The thing is, they didn't like him.
Yeah.
At first. Right?
Yeah.
But then he got to the point to where people was like, you know what, I'm fucking with this nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and right when he got to that point,
he died. Because he was so I'm talking about every day. He's positive on the
family.
Yeah, he was positive as hell online. Like y'all can do it if you going through it.
Exactly.
Like I feel like he did bring this generation's depression. He was a voice for that depression in a mainstream way.
More depressed.
Nah, if you heard them albums even before he died,
no, I'm saying like after the motherfucker died, nigga, all that uplifting he did, I remember
when this dude was on IG one day, and he was like, "Yo, I got a song about to come out with Vibes Cartel, yeah," and like mad people was like, "Yeah, right, da da da." But like, homie, really, you know what I mean?
Oh, that was that shit he did on the one where he died though. That shit came out later.
It came out way later.
Yeah, but that shit's hot though.
Yeah, him.
There's like a couple, like 3 people on the track.
Yeah,
And shit got a dope vibe.
Like, yeah, my homie made the beat and everything. Crazy, yeah, crazy. But I remember when he was literally on IG talking about that shit.
And that's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Any last calls with anybody else?
Who else that passed before their time and you were like, yo,
I think fun. To take it back.
You think it was the worst thing for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he
had
a catalog.
They were killing.
He was just getting
because the game was changing too. That's what I'm saying. The game was changing, nigga.
Yeah.
Because we seen what Fat Joe did, nigga. Niggas was really talking like Fat Joe really took Punch Rhyme book, nigga. Right. Like we was like, yo, where did this nigga?
So look at the
like he died during the
success
transition
Joe
of
had.
hardcore hip hop.
Like Punk would have been.
Yeah. He died right when it was becoming Versace shirts.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He died and when 2000 was coming with. When New York was hitting, nigga, New York came with that second win and everybody was going, dog. Like, he died.
He shook up the place with that fucking Still Not a Play, my nigga.
Oh, yeah, nigga. Yeah.
That shit shook
Come on, niggas was still... I just lost 100 pounds. I'm trying to live. That shit hit different once he died. Niggas was like, man.
You know, like he was gone though. Like he was living, but he was gone. You know what I mean?
And then
he died in February. Dog, the album came out like April.
It was another record he was shaking with. Bet your man can't
do like Trent. That's some good shit, nigga. But nigga was spitting though.
Yeah, son.
Album, that shit was heavy.
Hitting, son.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. Them shits they had records, nigga.
Yeah.
That shit was just, you went too early.
Yeah, rest in peace, Pun.
Who else out there, dog?
Big L.
Big L?
Way too early.
But how did you think it was going, nigga? Cause
what if Big L was still around, my nigga?
This bars was insane.
But you gotta see, niggas, still not Harlem niggas was still around, nigga. But like,
but
how would that played out? What would the affiliation have been?
He would have been.
He wouldn't have been part of no Dipset.
Nah, but he would have probably been Harlem World with Mason them.
Right. They didn't do nothing, nigga. No, he wouldn't have been.
Nah, but I feel like Harlem World would have been something.
I feel like he wouldn't have been in the Harlem World when Mason did the Harlem World with Cardan and his sister and all that. Big L would have been in that shit, nigga.
I feel like it would have been a different thing with him there. Yeah.
Nah, because it hasn't happened since, nigga.
I mean, but he
I don't think he could have been a part of the Dipset crew because Dipset just had a different swag.
But Dipset was way later.
Way later than
Big L.
But that's what I'm saying. Harlem World, I feel he would have been a part of that.
Yeah, like, at the time, if you're talking about at the time with Big L, right, it would have been Big L, Cameron, McGruff.
Was it McGruff, right?
Mace, like these.
Okay, but that was the group.
Those was the niggas. That was when Cameron was young. Yeah.
The Children of the Corn shit, but no nigga. But then that didn't happen. Then L dropped MVP shit, right? McGruff was tied to Universal in between doing some shit, had a couple banging ass freestyles and records. Can came with the Lance Undies shit, dog, right? The 357 and shit. Mace had the Bad Boy shit. Then after dark, let's see, Mace flopped. Second album. The Harlem World shit that he did with the family shit went gold.
He was gone by the second one.
Yeah, because look, Mace came with the Harlem World.
He was there for the first one?
What?
Big L? For Mace's first album?
For Mace's first album?
Yeah, he was alive.
You sure?
Yeah.
For Mace's first album?
He was alive, nigga, He was alive.
He was gone already.
I knew he was going for the second one.
L died before Freaky Ty.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, of course.
So like 98, nigga.
Yeah.
And that album that came out after on Ruckus went gold, nigga. It was a good record. Solid ass record, nigga. That Ebonics.
I feel, yeah.
Nigga. That picture this, nigga, that shit. Come on, casualties of a dice game, nigga. That shit. Shout out to Big L, nigga.
That Ebonics right here.
Yeah, that shit was stupid, son. I think what's his face sort of trying to bite off of that.
Apples?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. You said it, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I said it too quick. I didn't even think about it. Apples, right?
He had that one in the chamber. He was like, Pap?
Now, may I ask this? We mentioned top 5 up north rappers. What about top 5 down south rappers?
That's so many now. Okay, fine. I'll throw a whack at it.
I mean, it could be a long time.
Can the group count as one?
Yeah, group count as one.
All right, let me get Outkast, let me get T.I., let me get Jeezy,
okay.
Let me get Trick, and...
Rick Ross. Rick ain't in your top 5?
Yeah.
Don't you do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Ooh.
I can't have a 5 without Ross.
I might have to bump Trick
All right,
Ross.
T.I.
No.
T.I. Hey.
Ooh, I didn't even get to make my 5, but you know what?
Go ahead.
No, I'm coming back, because now I got to dig deep.
Yeah,
All right, T.I. All right, I'm going T.I.
All right, agree.
Nelly count?
Nah, it's
count him as down south?
Midwest.
It's Midwest, but he don't count on the other
What
list.
school you went to?
All right. No. I'm saying, all right, Midwest. All right.
You gotta take the Kentucky, Kansas.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Chicago, Indiana niggas, and that's them.
Okay. All right, so I'm going Juvenile.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, damn, they didn't say
Damn.
either, but okay,
T.I.,
Of
Juvie,
course.
Wayne.
Wayne, okay.
Okay.
Outkast got a all right. Outkast all together. Outkast and Hot Boys all together.
Nah,
So that
come on, that's pushing it. How we go from 2 to 4 man?
not because Juvie, because then I'll take Juvie and Wayne off my list, so I can free up the spot.
No, don't be greedy. Nah, you can't do that. Cause you gotta take BG.
All right,
You gotta take BG and Turk.
All right, Ross. Okay. All right, Wayne. All right, Wayne. Juvie.
Yeah.
T.I. Ross.
Huh?
And damn,
Jeezy?
man.
No.
Jeezy's up there, but
Come on.
damn, Jeezy.
Come on.
Because it's Jeezy, Luda.
Offset.
Luda.
Luda?
Luda got bars, and he was putting up numbers.
Yeah, you did.
But he ain't in my top 5.
What about Titty Boy, son?
Titty Boy, 2 Chainz.
Yeah,
Titty Boy.
Nah, Jeezy over. Jeezy over 2 Chainz. Jeezy. All right, so Juvie, Wayne, Rick Ross, T.I., and Jeezy.
All right. Okay, so mine. All right. T.I., Rick Ross, Outkast, Jeezy, and...
Who from Outkast?
Andre, come on.
Particularly Andre.
Big boy don't care.
Andre
Big boy spit, nigga.
Yeah, but he ain't no top 5 spitter.
Is amazing, and then I have to say Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Are we including Lil Wayne, right? That's fine.
Yeah, of course.
That's my list. That's my list. Let's go, Jim.
Oh shit! I know who to take. I know who my top 5 is.
You made up your mind now. All right, go ahead.
Boosie.
Lies, nigga.
Oh, hey, no. Hey, Jeezy, drop Jeezy. T-Pain.
Oh, yeah!
Please.
I'm done, dog.
Yo, I had to drop Jeezy quick. That was great. You were thinking Bane? You were thinking Bane too?
No, you can't.
Get the lights on. This nigga got coronavirus, nigga. Get the lights on. Delirium.
What?
This nigga said T-Pain, nigga. Top 5 rappers.
Not with Jeezy. No. We cannot drop Jeezy. Has anyone heard the recession? We cannot drop Jeezy.
Trump or die. The recession came out, nigga. I directly. I was like, yo, nigga, Jay. I don't think this nigga can come with anything no more. Nigga.
Yeah,
it can't get harder than that.
Nigga, when that nigga came, nigga, he came with the recession, nigga. I was like, oh shit, nigga, how the fuck did this nigga do it?
Jeezy.
Listen, I was not
Jeezy,
from being married.
But Pain influenced the world.
Nigga, no, the recession crazy, nigga.
The recession is crazy.
I had that one shit came, nigga, with my grandma going dumb, nigga, and the man said,
like, come on,
that shit was crazy, nigga. What's that shit, nigga? Bring that shit, dog. Come on.
Welcome back.
Yo, nigga, that
shit. Welcome back, or is
recession.
Nah, you know what I'm talking, nigga.
Yo, it's nuts.
Crazy.
It's just nuts. Like, it's one of my favorite albums of all time.
I still go for Thug Motivation.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. Jeezy up there, but Jeezy just who else I'm gonna take off that list? If I got to take somebody off for Pain,
can't say T.I.
I'll take T.I. off before Jeezy.
Whoa. All right, I'll take Juvie off before I take. I'll take.
Wait.
400 Degrees was nasty.
I'm sticking to it.
Nigga, Juvie had 3 albums, nigga.
Wait, you take
No, but I'm saying.
I'm sticking to it. Jeezy over T.I. I'm just me.
Jeezy over T.I.?
Right.
Nah.
Wow.
T.I. had some of the best verses I ever heard in my life.
Which one?
Come on, nigga, the one he did with, what's his name?
Tech Nine?
Tech Nine.
On the Bible? On the Bible? Oh.
Have you heard on the Bible the verse? Come on.
On the Bible is one of the craziest verses I've ever heard.
Craziest verses.
Nigga, T.I.
is just disgusting. He's a storyteller. He's a lyricist. He has wordplay bars. What are you
Hold on.
My fifth rapper, I would take my fifth rapper is Big Crit.
Big Crit. Overall, everybody?
Yeah, in my top 5.
In your top 5. All right.
I'll take out. It's hard, man. Two different rock stars. 2 different kind of rappers.
It's 2 different
both with the same amount of albums.
I gotta go Ross over the track. I gotta go Ross over the track.
Kind of content or what?
Just overall content,
delivery.
It's 2 different
wordplay,
finesse. But Ross over.
Like Ross has like the thing about Trick Daddy's like a hood nigga from Miami. Yeah.
Let me pause it. We're good.
Alright, so recently I'm pretty sure you guys heard there was an uproar about a tweet that Young M.A. put out. I'm not reading it verbatim, so don't judge me. But basically she was saying that there's a lack of true R&B in the music industry at this current moment. And it went viral. Got certain responses from a lot of different people. And she was actually recently on State of the Culture. Shout out to Revolt and what they got going on, because I support what they're doing. And she was on State of the Culture explaining that, she didn't really mean to offend anybody. Perhaps her verbiage and the way she, put it out there was misunderstood. Basically, she was saying that in comparison to, say, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, where there was a lot of collabs with hip-hop and R&B artists, or R&B was really, really flooding the airwaves on the radio, where it was constant. You know what I'm saying? Even outside of 90s R&B, you want to talk 2000s, you want to talk 2010s.
There's no comparison. R&B fell off.
R&B fell off. So she's basically saying that.
When everything turned to
auto-tune? Trying to blend everything with
I fuck with R&B. My bad. I fuck with R&B now a lot. Like I wasn't really into the boy bit, like the
Buddha was not into a lot of music.
He's like, yo, you ever heard that?
Nah, but I fuck with. But now I fuck with a lot of. I fuck with a lot of. I fuck with a lot of singer songwriters. Like I fuck with a lot of People that make people that make genuine music. I was never with the Jagged Edge era, like the Cisco, the Cisco era, the 112 era. But I just never was into it at that time.
I think we could say
probably
around like
come on, Drew Hill.
Nah,
she started falling off a little bit.
I think 07, 08, nigga, because Trey Songz was still holding it.
Trey Songz was
Miguel was holding it. Neo was holding it.
Chris Brown
was holding it.
Yeah, but
Bobby Valentino.
Usher was holding it.
I don't think it was an error when they was. I think
they was doing it.
But I don't think it was.
But it wasn't that. Yeah. But
it was already over.
But I really picked up on R&B like the Usher time, like around that, like
Usher
Confession, like
Usher
probably.
His project was 8701.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
Like probably Confessions was my favorite, but
Confessions 8701 is crazy
hard. That took Usher from a teenager to a man.
Exactly.
Like real shit.
Yes.
He went from U.S. H.E.
to a
I don't know what you can't do, girl.
No, nigga, that wasn't even the hardest song on the record, like on the album. Like,
help me.
That nigga was like, yo, a foreign beauty, so exotic. You don't remember that one? The one where he's talking about a foreign beauty, so exotic. When she looked at me, like that song, it's like a super sexy song. It's on 87. Yo, anyways, go back and listen to it.
Can you handle it if I take it there?
No, it's
yo,
that was
it.
If
you remember the ladies strip, you remember the ladies night back in the day?
Yeah.
At like the ladies night at the strip club back in the day. What?
I don't want to say the wrong thing. I want to say
strawberries.
How can I say it?
Can you handle it? That's like
that boom, 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 boom.
Like
that shit hits.
Our favorite stripping song. Literally.
No, but that beat, that boom, 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 boom. That beat used to hit. You can imagine a nigga like.
What's that one shit that he had, dog, that was really killing the club, nigga, like, right after that shit, dog?
Yo.
For the ladies?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That shit dropped in the club. You get some draws, nigga. You just had to bend with a girl.
That song is a song that changes, from the opening music to it's about to be a party.
Yeah.
That's the record that,
come on, DJ.
That's the star. You're a bad girl.
Bad girl, yeah.
When that shit dropped, nigga, and
you was looking for a bad girl back then.
You just gotta wait for the DJ. Yo, Shorty, real quick, hold up.
As soon as that song comes on,
that shit be going from throwing them bones to yo. What y'all know about this?
Supermodel.
No, but that is the time.
That shit changed.
That's about when I got into R&B, like around that time.
As a woman,
around that time is when I got in R&B. So I didn't really listen to 90s R&B.
Yo,
like
as a woman with that song, that was a chick song. That was a girl.
Like I heard some of it. Like I was listening to like R. Kelly back then. Like
that shit is sexy.
It makes you feel sexy. You're like, yeah, I'm a fucking.
No, but nigga, like the club stops and sings along, and you can.
That was the Confessions.
Are you a bad girl?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Except for the women Confessions, nigga.
Yo,
to the best thing. That no limit shit in.
I mean, okay, so now with that being said, I guess I can see what she's talking about. Because there's not that many R&B artists that are impactful like that with true R&B.
There's absolutely no R&B that's comparable.
Because these R&B niggas want to be
but that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's abstract. You're right. It's not even pure R&B as well.
It's J. Cole and it's Frank, nigga.
That's it. Facts.
Those are my favorites.
I remember when R&B was hitting, we had like R. Kelly wasn't.
Damn, R. Kelly's a
Where he kind of was before.
I mean, he was pissing on him in private.
Yeah, he was in jail before. They arrested him
women back then.
He was pissing on him in public, but it was low res. It was like 2 megapixels. Niggas didn't care back then.
Exactly.
Yo, the tapes were hidden. Nobody knew.
No, but back then. But I'm saying like there's so many like you can't discount like Miguel's Kaleidoscope Dream.
Nah, yo,
like
Don't get me wrong. He sings.
Classic
Like,
album.
He sings.
Yeah.
You feel me? But
I just feel like it's not that same feels, but that's why.
Back in the 90s, early 2000s was saturated because I was still getting the early 2000s. You still had Joe, you still had K,
Joe
you still had Music Soul Child, you still had Mary, you still had Sunshine
Erica Badu,
Erica
Jill
Badu,
Scott.
that was 2000.
Jill Scott, that neo soul movement, heavy nigga. That's
Indie
2006, nigga.
rebrand.
What's his name?
When was Butter Love and all of that shit? Was that?
Butter Love was hitting though.
RL went solo.
Yeah.
You still have what's my man's name, dog? Who was part of the piece?
Tyrese was doing this thing back then too.
Oh, Jaheim was.
Jaheim was killing
Jaheim
it.
was dope.
Jaheim was dope. Remember when Genuine Tyrese?
Genuine was in the wave.
Genuine was definitely in the wave.
When was the Tank and Levert and all that
Tank
shit?
was LSG.
LSG
was hitting.
That was like I think late 90s.
Tyrese had one too.
TTG.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's
what I was talking about.
TGT, yeah.
When's the last time you even seen like a boy group or whatever you call it?
But you see this? But you see how many people that we just named, how many artists we just named, and we're like nostalgic about it? I think that's what she meant. That's not happening right now in R&B.
No, because these niggas
It's not happening.
Yeah, but it's not happening. It's not.
I agree with her. I'm actually.
It's not happening because people not even in music. That was still, but music is so temporary now. You bounce between track to track. They don't. Hey, facts.
Our favorite
I
song.
mean, Dick was just talking about bringing R&B back too.
I mean, because
that was day 26, nigga.
They day 364. They done.
I mean, 112.
You know what day 26 was, dog? For a milk carton, nigga. Expired, okay?
Facts.
That's what that shit. Get that shit out of here.
That shit was past due.
I mean, realistically,
anybody even watch that shit?
Yeah,
I was locked in.
Son, you wasn't locked into that shit?
After the day 26 shit.
I was locked in.
I mean, day 26, that first album was actually hard.
The chicks.
Yo, Pleasure P. That Pleasure P album, that shit went hard. I don't know if you ever heard it, but
solo shit like
yeah, solo shit.
No, that first one
one was hitting. That shit was like, I was like, yo, alright.
That's boyfriend number 2 and all that?
Yeah.
Boyfriend number 2 was there.
Boyfriend number 2 was hitting that.
Pleasure P was doing his thing.
Under? Let me go under? That shit.
It's not happening now. It's not
that was that Pussy Eater's anthem right there.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're right. There hasn't been no boy groups. There hasn't been no female groups. There hasn't been none of that. So, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe at some point in this decade we'll get that wave again. I mean, you know, I used to be sensitive.
But I feel like you get that.
We don't know.
I feel like
but
the UK.
I enjoyed that era. I definitely did.
I feel like the UK took that over, like singer-songwriters, that emotional R&B. I feel like UK took it over. Sam Smith,
Khalid.
Yeah,
Khalid is from here, but
Khalid. But I feel like those people took that soul. Yeah, Sampha. They took those soulful R&B and they took it. I feel like United States don't have it no more.
Yeah,
United States is running. I feel like they're running rap, but I feel like British singer-songwriters is killing R&B right now.
Shout out to iLive UK.
Yeah, I feel like if there is a spot where UK has a pigeonhole, it's probably like R&B. The singer-songwriter R&B game. Like they have, because they have some of the craziest voices.
They got it sharing. No. You love that Sharon, don't you?
Yeah, I don't love him.
Yeah.
Nah, Ed Sheeran got a black card. You know,
Ed Sheeran got some shit. Ed Sheeran got some shit.
But look, all right, like let's close it out. Let's get out of here. It's getting late. Episode 20.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. We gotta stop, nigga. It's time to go.
It's time to get out of here. But I really enjoyed this show. I'm not cutting it off immediately. Come on,
that's how we do it, though. Episode 20.
Episode 20 was great. I want to say some positive words and things. Thanks. It was, we talked a lot of music, gave a lot of insight. Shout out to our listeners on YouTube. Please follow, like, and subscribe, share. All our listeners on Instagram. We got the flow. We got the most amazing show coming out of South Florida. Talking music, talking life. I got a powerful team behind me. This is Ivy Talks. And this is Draya Ivy signing off. Wishing for everybody to shoot for their dreams and do what they got to do. Let's grind. Let's make every day a better one.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.